The following programs were originally aired live, long before the advent of high fidelity, and they were recorded using a variety of means, from direct recording onto early audio tape and glass records, to simply placing the microphone of a wire recorder in front of the speakers of a radio playing the program. I hope, however, that any variance in audio quality will not take away from your pleasure in listening to these, some of the all-time favorite shows.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Guest will give you the laughs, just don't ask him to lend you money. It's Jack Benny coming up next.
The Jack Benny Program, presented by
LSMFT, LSMFT, LSMFT.
Yes, sir.
Sure thing.
That's right. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. So round, so firm, so fully packed. So free and easy on the draw.
Sold American.
You said it. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Here's what Mr. Percy W. Joyner, tobacco auctioneer of Lewisburg, North Carolina, said.
I've seen tobacco sold all over the South, and at market after market, I've watched Lucky Strike buy the milder, better tasting tobacco, the kind that makes a better cigarette. I've smoked Lucky's for 12 years.
Yes, in a cigarette, it's the tobacco that counts. And Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
Sold American.
The Lucky Strike program, starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Larry Stevens, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was the annual running of the Hollywood Park Gold Cup race. So let's go back to Friday, the night before the big event, and show you what happened. Jack is at his home in Beverly Hills.
Now, let's see. What do you think of Texas Sandman, Rochester?
He stands a pretty good chance, boss.
Yeah. How about Surdy?
A mighty good horse.
Uh-huh. Well, what do you think of Ligero Honey?
I wouldn't bet on that nag if Admiral Halsey was riding it.
It's a shame that Busher is out of the race. She would have been the heavy favorite.
Uh-huh.
Gee, she'd have been a cinch.
Wait a minute, boss. In horse racing, there's no such thing as a cinch. Remember what happened to me last year when I bet on a cinch?
Didn't he win?
Win. He came in last. When he finally did finish, he was disqualified for not having a jockey.
Oh, you mean the jockey was thrown off?
No, he starved to death.
Well, let's look at the racing form again. I don't know. I still like that long shot, Ligero Honey.
Oh, no, boss. You take Texas Sandman. He's by Shifting Sands II out of Swamp Queen.
Oh, you mean his mother and father? I still like Ligero Honey, you know.
But, boss, take a horse like Surdy. He's by Mio de Arezzo out of Risky Miss.
Oh. What about Ligero Honey?
He's an orphan.
Well, so is Barbara Stanwyck, and she's doing all right. Believe me.
Barbara Stanwyck?
Yes. She won the Daily Double Indemnity. Say, that's a good one, isn't it? Double Indemnity. Oh, boy. That was good. I wish... I wish Miss Livingston and Mr. Harris were here to hear that one.
Yeah, I wish it was anybody but me.
Never mind. Come in. Gosh, I don't know. There's so many good horses in this race. There's Paper Boy, Bull Ray, Best Effort, Challenge Me.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Jack. I don't see that here.
Jack, I said hello.
Oh, hello, Mary. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to pick a horse in the big race tomorrow.
Oh, Jack, you shouldn't go to the races. You're such a hard loser.
I am not.
Go on. Last year when you went to the track, you had a vial of poison strapped to your leg.
Vial of poison. You're so clever. Say, Rochester, here's a horse.
Oh, say, Jack, I got a letter from Mama. She said she heard last week's program and thought it was great.
She did? Good.
She thought Ingrid Bergman was wonderful the way she played Gaslight.
Well, she was.
And Papa said you were swell as Charles Boyer.
Good. What did Mama say to that?
Nothing. She just gave Papa some black coffee and put him to bed.
Well, your mother wouldn't even like me if I was good. Now, here's a horse called Shuffle that... You know, Mary, I never saw anyone like your mother. She hates me, and I do everything in the world for her. I remember her on Christmas, her birthday, Mother's Day. What about that ocean trip I offered her to go to Europe?
A fine offer. You told her to join the wax.
Well, if she couldn't pass her physical, it's not my fault. Let's see, Challenge Me, Sickles' Choice. That's a good one. I'll tell you another thing, Mary. If your mother doesn't change her attitude toward me, I'm going to stop sending her my old slacks. Now, let's see. Sickles' Choice, Challenge Me.
Now, Jack, Mama...
Wait a minute. Let me see. I wonder how much weight she carries.
240 pounds.
I'm not talking about your mother. Anyway, if she'd taken some of that off, she would have passed her physical. Let's see. Sickles' Choice. Come in. Next time you write a letter to your mother, tell her the... Well, hiya, Larry.
Hello, Mr. Benny.
Hello, Larry. How's married life?
Oh, fine, except that my wife can't cook very well.
What do you mean?
Well, we had some people over for dinner 2 weeks ago, and I don't think the meal agreed with them.
Why, what'd they say?
Nothing. They're still sitting there.
See, Sickles' Choice is a good...
Mr. Benny, are we going to rehearse for the program?
As soon as the rest of them get here.
Then I'll go in by the piano and rehearse my song, Navajo Trail.
Okay. Sickles' Choice, Challenge Me. Corbett's writing Georgie Drum. Peterson's on Texas Band.
Every day along about evening, when the sunlight's beginning to fail, I ride through the slumbering shadows along the Navajo Trail. When it's night and crickets are calling and coyotes are making a wail, I dream by a smoldering fire along the Navajo Trail. I love to lie and listen to the music when the wind is strumming a sagebrush guitar. When over yonder hill the moon is climbing, you'll always find me wishing on a star. Well, what do you know? It's morning already. There's the dawning so silver and pale. It's time to climb into my saddle and ride the Navajo Trail. It's time to climb into my saddle and ride Idaho Trail.
Rochester, I've gone over this racing form 5 times, and I think you're right. It looks like Texas Sandman all the way.
Now you're talking, boss.
That settles it. Texas Sandman. I'm going out there tomorrow and put $2 right on his nose. That's what I'm going to do. You can give me your $1 now, Rochester. Hand it over.
Okay.
If the world comes to an end tomorrow, it's okay with me. I've seen everything.
What'd you say, Mary?
Nothing.
Now, Rochester, when I go to the track tomorrow, I'm going to wear my brown tweed suit. Is it pressed?
Yes, sir.
Good. By the way, I found out about you wearing my gray suit Wednesday night when I was out.
Me?
Yes, I found out all about it. Now, admit it. You did wear it, didn't you?
Yes, sir. Doggone, that parrot's been talking again.
He has not.
I'm sick and tired of the way that bird spies on me.
Rochester, my parrot doesn't spy on you.
Then how come his returned address is the house on 92nd Street?
Never mind that. Now, Rochester, the rest of the gang will be here soon. We're going to rehearse in the library. So be sure there are plenty of chairs in there.
Okay. Doggone that parrot. He tells the boss everything he sees. I wonder how long you'd have to cook a parrot before it's tender. Doggone, I'd like to hit him over the head with his own drumstick. Well, I'd better go and get the library fixed up. Kind of dusty in here. Guess I'd better... Just look at him sitting in that cage watching me. I'd better get busy or he'll rat on me.
Hello.
I won't pay any attention to him.
Hey, Rochester.
I better move these chairs over here.
Hey, Rochester.
Child, quiet, blab 'em out. One of these days...
Rochester!
Yes, boss?
Answer the door!
Answer the door.
You better be quiet, Polly. Don't you tell me what to do. You know I've been around here longer than you have, and if you keep that up, I'm going to...
Shut up.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Rochester.
Hiya, Roch.
Hello, gentlemen. It's Mr. Harris and Mr. Wilson, boss.
Oh, come on in, fellas. Come on, Mary. Everybody's here. We better start rehearsing.
Okay.
Hello, Don, Phil. Say, you boys are a little late.
It's my fault, Jackson. I started playing with my little daughter, and I forgot all about the time.
Oh, that's all right, Phil.
Say, Phil, I saw your little daughter the other day, and that baby is sure growing. She looks just like Alice.
You ain't kidding, Mary. Last night she put on Alice's high-heeled shoes and one of her long dresses, and I couldn't tell them apart.
Honest?
Yeah, after dinner I threw Alice in the crib and took the kid to the Palladium.
Phil, you know that didn't happen.
Well, it was the kid or the nurse. Somebody went with me.
Now, let's forget it and start the rehearsal. You know, we got to rehearse Danny Kaye's show. We're all on Danny Kaye's show this week.
Say, Jack, I wish that last week you'd have let me be Charles Boyer in that sketch with Ingrid Bergman.
Oh, fine. Pate Boyer.
No, I'm serious, Jack. Listen.
Ingrid, my darling, I love you. And if you love me like I love thee, do not simply say oui, oui. Whisper LSMFT.
Don.
Lucky Strike is wonderful
Look,
because
Don.
they are so round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
Don.
Let me take you in my arms and press you close.
Don, you're hurting me. Now, come on, we're late. Let's get on with the rehearsal.
Yeah, let's get started.
All right, kids, now here's the rehearsal. Now, Phil's band picks up right after the commercial. All right, hit it, Phil.
Can it be the breeze that fills the trees with rare and magic perfume? Oh, no, it isn't the breeze. It's Jackson time. La, da, da, da.
That's it. Now... Then after Don's introduction, I say thank you. Hello again, this is Jack Benny talking. And say, Mary, did you have a good time at the races yesterday? Well, go ahead, Mary. You got the next line.
Oh, Jack, I don't want to do that corny joke. It's awful.
It is not awful. I wrote it myself.
Well, just listen to the way it sounds. You say, did you have a good time at the races, Mary? And then I have to say, well, yes, except the horse I bet on was so slow the jockey had to get off and bush her.
Did you get it, Phil?
Yeah, I got it all over me.
Well, I like the gag, and it stays in.
Well, then everything that Fred Allen says about you is right.
I don't care what Allen says. I heard his program last week. It was nothing to rave about.
I don't know. Everyone I talked to thought that his second program was even better than his first.
Well, that's fine. Maybe if he keeps on improving, he can take the place of Tokyo Rose. Now, let's not talk any more about Boston's half-baked bean. We got to get on with this. Oh, there's the phone. We can never finish a rehearsal. Hello?
Hello, is my daddy there?
Your dad? Oh, is this Phil Harris's little girl?
Yes, and I want to talk to Hotshot.
Hotshot? Is that what your mommy called your daddy?
No, that's what he calls himself.
No.
Yes, Hotshot Harris with the heavenly hair.
Oh, no. Well, just a second, honey. I'll call your daddy. Hey, Hotshot, you want it on the phone?
Okay. Hello?
Hello, Daddy.
Oh, hello, baby. Is there anything wrong?
Yes, Daddy, I just came back from the candy store.
Oh, well, what did you buy?
Nothing. They told me the check you gave me is no good.
What do they mean, no good? I made that check out properly, and I signed it, too.
I know, Daddy, but you put your X on the wrong line.
Oh, well, I'll straighten it out when I get home. Goodbye, sweetheart.
Goodbye, Hotshot.
Nothing wrong, is there, Phil?
No, let's get on with the rehearsal.
Okay. Now, Mary, you had the last line, and as soon as we...
Hiya, Benny. Hello, everybody. Thought I'd drop in to see if I can get any ideas for a couple of publicity stories.
Oh, hello, Steve. Sit down. We're rehearsing.
Go right ahead. Just pretend I'm one of the family and make believe I'm not here at all.
Thanks, Steve. Now, Mary, let's forget the Busher joke and go on with...
Say, Benny, I got a publicity campaign mapped out for you that's a dilly. I'm going to give you a new build-up. I'm going to play down Benny the comedian and play up Benny the glamour boy.
Me? Glamour boy?
Why, certainly. Your name should be in the gossip columns every day, tied up with a lot of dames. You know, the romantic angle.
But, Steve, I'm almost 37. But, huh?
Nobody let that get out of this room.
But, Steve...
Yes, Benny the romantic angle. That's it. I'll get everything fixed up. Tomorrow night, you're going out with Lana Turner.
But will Lana Turner go out with me?
Why, sure. We're going to wrap a towel around your head and call you Turhan Benet.
Now, wait a minute.
When I get through with this campaign, Benny will be as famous as hot dogs or apple pie. Jack Benny will be the delight of the Bobby Sox Brigade. Jack Benny will be the...
Shut up!
Polly, sit down.
Just pretend I'm one of the family and make believe I'm not here at all.
I'm sorry, Steve. That was my parrot.
Oh, well, I got to get going anyway now, so I'll see you a little later. So long.
So long.
Say, Benny, don't let that 37 get out of this room. From now on, you're 25.
Oh, Steve, how can I look like 25?
What you haven't got in the flesh, I can get out of a jar. So long.
Steve, what happened?
You're 37 again. I dropped the jar.
Well, I'm glad he's gone. Now, come on, kids. Let's finish the rehearsal. Will you? Gosh, that was the most tiring rehearsal I ever went through. So many interruptions.
I hope I get a good night's sleep.
Gee, this bed feels good.
Well, I might as well take my shoes off.
This little piggy went to market. This little pig... Oh, I guess I'm too old for that. I was 25 for a few minutes there. Say, I wonder if... Where's the mirror? Say, I don't look so bad with this towel around my head. I'm the chic of Araby. Lana's love belongs to me.
I better turn out the light and get to bed.
Gee, I hope I do well at the track tomorrow. I think Rochester was right. Texas Sandman looks like a good bet.
Of course, there's so many good horses in that race, you can't tell.
Are you with it? That's a good show bet. Surdy. Sickles' choice.
Jack, have you placed your bet yet?
Yes, Mary. I bet $85,000 on Challenge Me. And just to insure it, I bet $2 on Texas Sandman to show. I got a hunch Challenge Me is the horse. Who you betting on, Mary?
I put $50,000 on Rinso White.
Better be careful, Mary. A whole week's salary.
Oh, Jack, look, Jack, there's a horse in this race called Buck Benny.
Where? Oh, yes, Buck Benny, named after me.
Hey, Jackson, who you betting on the 56th race?
Well, I'm thinking of Gypsy Rose Lee.
So am I, but who you betting on?
Well, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the next race, Texas Sandman will run with blinkers and a whip.
I must mark that down.
Sickles' Choice will run with blinkers and a whip.
I must make a note of that, too.
Buck Benny will run with glasses and a cane.
Mary, how do you spell cane?
WLXTYGR.
Isn't there an E in it? Or something? Hey, Mary, look, the horses are passing us now on the way to the track.
Yeah, and look at poor Busher. She can't be in the race because of a lame leg.
Yeah, isn't that a shame? I'm going over and give her a lump of sugar. Hello, Busher, old girl. You hurt your little footsie, didn't you, girlie? I'm so sorry you're not in the race. How do you feel, Busher?
Lousy.
Well, that's a shame. Say, Busher, didn't I see you somewhere this summer? Wasn't it at Santa Anita?
No. Don't you remember? We met at Cary Grant's swimming pool.
Oh, yeah. Say, Busher, I put $85,000 on Challenge Me. What do you think of his chances?
With me out, they've all got a chance.
I guess so. Well, goodbye, Busher. I'll see you at Claudette's on New Year's. Gee, I'm sorry she hurt her foot there.
The horses are all at the starting gate. Steady. Steady now. And they're off.
Boy, look at them go.
It's Valdine off and going to the front. Valdine is Streakers. Second, Valdine is Joyce. Third, Valdine is Loud. Fourth, Valdine is Kinsel is fifth. And in sixth place is Herman Valdina.
Come on, challenge me.
As they hit the halfway mark, it's Seabiscuit by a length. El Lobo is second and Greenberg's on third.
Gosh, he's been there so long.
Challenge Me is fourth, Bull Ray is fifth, and here comes Mildred Pierce.
Mildred Pierce?
Loving her is like shaking hands with the devil.
You're not kidding.
They're all in a bunch as they're turning for home. So while they're all gathered together, I want to say a few words. Horses, do you ever suffer from a frail tail? Do you develop grit on your bit? Do you get floats from your rope? You do? Then why not try sympathy soothing?
Gee, I didn't know that was good for horses, too.
They're coming down the home stretch. It's Gaslight leading by 2 lengths. Mary's mother is second.
Gee, Mary didn't tell me she was running today.
Autocrat is third. Hot Dog is fourth. And Musket is coming through on the outside.
Gee!
And Jealousy is coming up from behind.
Come on, challenge me! Come on!
Boss, wake up!
Come on, challenge me! Get in there!
Boss, you're dreaming. Wake up!
Come on, challenge me! Huh? What?
You've been dreaming, boss.
I've been... Oh, yes. And gosh, what a dream that was. Oh, Rochester! Rochester, quick!
What?
Give me a sleeping pill. I gotta find out who won. Hurry, will you? Ladies and gentlemen, we say the war is over, but that's only true in one sense. Because the front line has now been moved into our hospitals where thousands of men are still fighting for their lives. Doctors and nurses are so greatly overworked that nurses, aides, and everyone else who can work in a hospital in any capacity are urged to help now. Ask your local hospital how you can best serve. Thank you.
Jack will be back in just a minute, but first, here's my good friend L.A. Speed Riggs.
Independent tobacco experts know it takes fine tobacco to make a fine cigarette.
LSMFT.
That's right. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. The finer, the lighter, the naturally milder Lucky Strike tobacco.
LSMFT.
You bet. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And this fine Lucky Strike tobacco means real deep-down smoking enjoyment for you. So smoke that smoke of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike.
The famous tobacco auctioneers heard on tonight's program are Mr. F.E. Boone of Lexington, Kentucky.
At 45, sold American.
And Mr. L.A. Speed Riggs of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Basil Rysdale speaking for Lucky Strike. LSMFT, LSMFT, LSMFT.
Yes, fine tobacco means a fine cigarette. So smoke that smoke of fine tobacco, Lucky Strike. So round, so firm, so fully packed, so free and easy on the draw.
Say, Jack, I still don't want to do that joke about Busher. I think it's terrible.
Well, that's all right, Mary. I don't want to hurt Busher's feelings anyway. She told me she feels awful.
What?
Busher told me that... Oh, never mind, never mind. Good night, folks. Good night.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
Lights Out is up next on nightly old-time radio shows.
Ionized Yeast presents Lights Out. Everybody. It is later than you think. Lights Out brings you stories of the supernatural and the supernormal, dramatizing the fantasies and the mysteries of the unknown. We tell you this frankly, so if you wish to avoid the excitement and tension of these imaginative plays, we urge you calmly but sincerely to turn off your radio now.
Sailor Puffs, Mrs. What did he say, Paul? That we're here. Oh. Well, should we get out?
Yeah.
Come on, shoving. We'll get there.
Who's shoving?
Como a... How much? 10 francs. Okay. Here you are. Merci, monsieur. Merci.
Boy, I sure got to hand it to you, Paul. You sling that French right around, don't you?
Took 2 years of it in school. Vive la France.
Yeah. Oui, oui. How you doing?
Oh, boy, what a time.
How you gonna keep 'em down on the farm after they've seen Paris? Oh, how
Hey,
you
wait
gonna
a second.
keep...
Pipe down. It's almost midnight.
Oh, anything goes in Paris. I hope.
Come on, let's go in. It's the right address, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it is. The card says 505 Rue de la Poupe or something.
Okay, let's climb.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it sure looks like a joint. Don't be naive. I bet you it'll be about as exciting as a junior prom.
Quit singing the blues. I tell you, this will be the real stuff. French artists and their models and things and stuff.
Hey, you must have got the wrong number. Look at the place, no light.
And it's pretty dark, isn't it?
Listen, fella, if there's an artist shindig going on in there, then I'm a left-handed monkey. Come on, let's get back to the hotel.
No, I'm going to find that artist ball if I have to tear the town apart. Where's the doorbell?
Listen, I tell you, there's nothing going on in there.
That's what you say. Oh, here's the knob. Now, let's see what... Hey, the knob pulls.
Oh, now you did it. Wake up some old Napoleon this time of night and they'll scalp you.
Listen, I paid that bozo 6 bits for this ticket. I'm going to find out what's what.
End up in the Bastille, that's what you'll do.
Yeah, well, if they want to... Paul, it is a party. Listen to him.
Well, I'll be.
Entree, monsieur.
Say well, entree. Come on, Paul.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, no artist ball, huh? So now you're a left-handed monkey, remember?
You sure had me fooled.
This way, monsieur, s'il vous plaît.
Right with you, lady.
If monsieur would be seated.
So can we go right in? We've got tickets.
Yes. Soon you will go in. You will wait.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, it sounded like quite a party.
And you thought it was the baloney.
Our house looked it.
You can't tell a good banana from the skin on the grape.
Not so good, pal.
Well, this party's going to be.
You hope.
Oh, well, this be something to write home about.
If we ever get in the joint. I think I'm beginning to understand all this.
Huh?
It's a clip joint, that's what it is.
Clip joint?
Yeah, the way I've suspected all along. A sucker joint for tourists.
Keep it up. You're terrific.
Go on, laugh, but I'm telling you that if this was a real artist ball, why, in we'd go without all this stalling. It's all a fake, and I'm getting out.
Hey, Paul, wait.
No, let me go. I'm getting out of here. If you have any sense, you'll get out, too.
Oh, Paul.
Before they slip you a Mickey Finn and clean you out.
Monsieur.
Huh?
Oh, you may go in now, monsieur.
Oh, yeah, sure.
This way, monsieur.
Well, Pickle Puss Paul, my friend, you got any more to say?
I still think there's something screwy.
In here, monsieur.
Okay. Paul, are you or aren't you going to have something to tell your grandchildren when they ask you about Paris?
Oh, I'll stay.
Is this something?
Gosh.
Would you look at the film? Boy, oh, boy.
Everybody's in costume.
So what? I'm in costume, too. I got on a clean shirt. Gosh, will you get a load of the screwy masks they're wearing?
Yeah, I see them.
Sure wearing plenty for French models, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, evening's young yet.
That's funny.
What?
They're not dancing.
Oh, well, they're taking time out, I guess.
Yeah, but where is it?
What?
The orchestra. There's no orchestra.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, well, maybe they're hidden behind palms or something. Anyway, what's the diff? They may be masked, but, fella, I know honeys when I see them.
But this is supposed to be a dance, so why don't they dance?
There you are. Boy, are you guessing wrong tonight.
But where's the organ?
You cut it out. Who cares where the organ is? Paris, artists, models, mammy.
Dancing. Well, you look at them.
Come on, let's cut out a couple of fillies and do a big apple.
Yeah, but look at the way they're dancing.
Huh?
I never saw a dance like that.
Yeah.
Me neither. They sort of glide.
Yeah.
Jerry.
What?
It's funny, no one's talking now.
Yeah. They sure take their dancing serious.
And the music.
Yeah, it sure is funny music for an artist ball.
Did you say this was going to be a wild party?
Well, they look like artists.
Don't act like them.
Oh. Sure is funny music.
Let's beat it.
No. Huh? I want to find out what this is all about. Men and women dancing so quiet, funny music.
Let's go, Jerry.
No, I want some answers first. I want to know why...
Monsieur, you would like to dance?
No, not me.
And you, monsieur, you would dance?
Well, yeah, but...
It would be as you wish. As you wish.
Well, no, wait. What kind of a ball is this? These people, what kind of music... Hey, old lady, come on back here.
Come on, Jerry, let's get out of here.
What are you talking about? I paid dough for this ticket. I'm going to get one dance out of it.
Jerry, don't be a fool.
And don't you be a lily. What's there to be scared about? This is Paris, fella. Anything goes. Hey, look, there comes the old lady with my dancing partner. Boy, oh boy, will you look at that shaft.
Monsieur, this young lady, she will dance with you.
Swell. Well, Paul, here I go. You're a good dancer, aren't you? Gosh, I suppose you don't speak English, do you?
I understand you, monsieur.
You do?
Oui.
Say, that's swell. Oh, lady, I've got more things to ask you than a psych professor doing an IQ on Einstein.
Oui, monsieur?
Well, I mean, this goofy music. And, why doesn't anybody talk? And when are you going to take off your mask?
Midnight.
Midnight? That's not far off, is it?
Not far off.
Say, how about slipping your mask up a little and letting me have a sort of a, well, you know, a preview?
No.
Okay, I was just asking, that's all. Say, you sure couldn't Big Apple to this music, could you?
There is still time for you to go.
What?
There is still time for you to go.
Go? Well, why should I go? Gosh, I'm just starting to enjoy myself.
I can give you only one warning.
Warning? Warning of what?
You are very young.
Yeah? Well, I'm old enough to know all the answers. And if you don't think so, supposing you and me...
One warning I can give you. And it has been given.
Listen, if you're trying to warn me that this is a clip joint, well, I'm not worried. All my dough's in traveler's checks anyway. So, if somebody wants to steal my pants, okay. It's a two-pants suit anyway. Hey, look. Well, can you tie that? It's my pal. He's dancing, too. Hi, Paul. How you doing?
All right, I think.
What do you mean, you think?
Well, my partner won't talk.
Well, maybe she doesn't like your line.
No one here speaks English, I guess.
Mine does. Don't you, beautiful?
Jerry, after this dance, what do you say we go?
Will you listen to that, beautiful? Me with you in my arms, and he wants to go.
Jerry, listen.
No, you listen to me. Beautiful here tells me she's going to unmask at midnight. That's only a couple of minutes, too. So, fella, I'm saying. I've got an idea that behind this goofy mask, beautiful here's got a face that's going to take my heart and turn it inside out and put it together again. Say, come to think of it, beautiful, what is your name?
I have warned you. And now you will go. Too late.
Too late? What are you talking about? It's 12. Come on now, beautiful, unmask.
No.
What do you mean, no? Hey, look, everyone stopped dancing. Yeah, everyone's going to unmask. And that includes you, lady.
No.
All right, then, I'll take your mask off myself.
No, monsieur.
Come on,
No,
mustn't be
no.
so shy. Take it off. There's a light. They went out. How do you like that? Oh, no, beautiful. I don't think you're going to get away from me. I learned this arm lock from a professional. Kind of nice standing here in the dark, close like this. Isn't it beautiful? Pretty tricky of this dance committee. Turning the lights off just at the minute when the masks are supposed to come off. Yep, pretty tricky. Well, haven't you got anything to say? I mean, even if it is dark, we could sort of make conversation now, couldn't we? Oh, come on now, beautiful. Well, haven't you read that book on how to win and influence friends? You gotta give, conversationally. Now, look, you ask me if I'm always this fresh with strangers. I'll ask you where you've been all my life. And before you know it, we'll be pals. Oh, gee, I'll bet you're a honey. I just know you are. You know, a fella kind of knows when the girl he's with is a honey. See, gosh, everybody's keeping quiet. Is that part of the entertainment? Standing around in the dark? Well, it's okay by me. But I sure would like to get that mask of yours off and really see what you look like. Hey, how about some lights? Lights!
A candle, monsieur.
Huh? Candle? Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Now, listen, beautiful. You stand right there while I light this thing. Got a match someplace here. Yeah, here. It's pretty nice, whoever it was, handing me a candle. Now, wasn't it beautiful? Must have guessed how anxious I was to see you. There we are. That's a nice place. Now, you stand right like that while I take off this thing you got over your head. Gosh, it sure is a goofy mask. Fasten on so tight. Well, now it's loose. Now, stand still, beautiful. In a minute, I'm going to be congratulating myself on what a swell picker I am. There we are. Off it comes. Oh. You haven't got any head. No head. She doesn't have a head. Thing without a head. No.
Jerry, where are you? Jerry!
What? Who's calling? What?
Jerry!
Paul! Oh, Paul!
Where have you been? What happened? I've been calling.
Oh, wait, don't come any closer. It's just standing there.
Jerry, what's happened? What's the matter with you?
There. Standing right there. I dropped the candle. It's so dark, but she must be standing there, Paul.
Jerry, for Pete's sake. Jerry!
I saw it. I saw it.
So what? For Pete's sake, there's no one here.
But she...
I tell you, there's no one here. The whole hall's empty. Jerry, open your eyes. You're standing there with your hands over your eyes for. Look, I tell you. See, there's no one here. The lights went on again, and everyone was gone.
What? I thought...
Well, the devil was what you thought. Come on, let's get out of here. We should have gotten out a long time ago.
Yes, we'll go, won't we?
Come on. Don't act like you're sleepwalking. Come on.
Oh, listen, she didn't have...
The devil was what she had or didn't have. We're getting out of here before those maniacs get back.
Maniacs?
Yes, I said maniacs. Some kind of a goofy bunch we walked in on. I knew they were screwy right from the start. Come on, let's get out.
Paul, didn't you see that?
What could I see? The lights went out. Everyone beat it. Here, I think this is the door.
The door. Can't open it.
We've got to get out. We've got to.
Yeah, we've got to get out.
Now, let me at that door. Let me at it.
No, get away, Paul. Quit banging your fists on it. We've got to break it down.
Okay, come on. Okay. Lock. Gotta get out. Gotta get out.
Did it. Now we'll get out. Get out where, monsieur?
That old woman.
Old woman, tell us how to get out of this place.
Yeah, we got to get out. You hear me? Out.
Out? Yes. There is a way out. Well, don't stand there talking about it.
Show us. Show us. We want to get out of here.
S'il vous plaît, monsieur. There is no need for such excitement. Just listen to me.
Listen, but who wants to listen? We want to get out of here. You hear me? Out, out, out.
No, Paul, wait. We're getting out. Let's find out what this is all about.
I don't want to know what it's all about. I just want to get out.
Now, listen. We've got to know what it's all about. Don't you understand? If we don't, we'll always think that maybe... Well, I tell you, I've got to know. And I will tell you. Yes, I will tell you. Once a year, they meet here. They? Who? What sort of people are they? They meet and they dance. A miserable dance. A dance without joy, without meaning. Yet a dance of hope.
Come on, Jerry, let's be
quiet, will you? Go on, old woman. A dance of such weariness. And yet I say it. A dance of hope. Hope? Of what? Hope of deliverance. Hope of freedom from misery without end.
What's she talking about?
Oh, woman, what are you talking about? I saw a woman without a head. Did I see it? Did you see it?
Push her out of the way, Jerry. Let's get out of here.
No, wait, Paul. Now, I think I understand all this. It's all a gag, an initiation of some kind. Now, that's it, old woman, isn't it? It's a club, and these are all kinds of tricks to get in, aren't they? Trick mirrors and lights going out and all the rest of it. It's all a joke, an initiation, isn't it, old woman? One hope. A hope that one of you will blunder among them and give one of them deliverance. Oh, woman, stop talking in riddles, will you? This is all some kind of a ceremony, an initiation, isn't it? Answer me, isn't it? Yes, one like you. To give his head so that one of them can have their rest.
Jerry, come on, I tell you. I can't stand that woman, Jerry.
Wait, Paul. Oh, woman, you said something about heads. What did you mean by that? What? Listen. You heard, monsieur. You heard. La guillotine.
Jerry, what's she talking about?
Oh, woman, what do you mean? La guillotine. La guillotine. It took their heads. Yes. One day they were alive like you. Lived and breathed and had the world. And then La guillotine was gone. They took them in the tumbrels across the stony streets. The crowds were shouting. They took them one by one and fed them into her hungry mouth. The knife went up, up, up. A moment more of life, and then down it came. It struck. And their heads rolled into the basket.
What's she talking about? What's she talking about?
Oh, woman. That girl I danced with. You mean... She and all the rest that danced tonight. La guillotine took their heads and lives. Many weary years ago. Dead. Dead. All of them dead.
Oh, you crazy fool. You, the dead don't dance.
But the victims of La Guillotine dance. Aye. They dance one night each year, as here you saw them. Dance. Dance.
No, it can't be
Dance.
true. It can't be.
Dance.
Crazy. Crazy.
One hope of rest. One hope, I tell you. That one of you shall blunder in to give his head for theirs. One hope. That one of you will headless take their place. And let
Oh,
one
stop
of
it.
them...
I won't listen
go to
anymore.
eternal rest.
Jerry, make her stop.
You're crazy, old woman. You're crazy and trying to make us crazy, too. Come on, Paul.
Stop. Stop, I tell you. Look behind you.
Behind... Jerry, there's people there.
Yeah. It grows lighter. See that?
Mother in heaven. All of them without heads. Without heads.
Oh, they can't keep me here. Things without heads. I'll get out. Out of my way, old woman. The door. Things without heads. You won't get me.
Paul, you've left me here with them. Oh, you shouldn't have done that, Paul. You left me here with them.
Ah, monsieur. Your friend, he has not gone far. Listen.
What?
Listen. So, La Guillotine, she has been fed.
Fed? Guillotine? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Paul? Paul? Where are you, Paul?
Listen. See? Your friend is well.
Paul. Oh, Paul, you're all right. You're all right. Paul? Why do you stand there in the shadows? Paul, why do you stand there like that? Paul, come closer.
Yes. He will come closer.
Paul, what's the matter? Why don't you answer me? Paul, what have they done to you? Paul, what... Your head. Paul, you haven't got a head. Oh, no, stay back, headless things, all of you. I'll get through you, I'll get away. You won't do that to me, not me. Let me through, the guillotine won't get me. I'll get through, I'll live. You won't get me to the guillotine, not me. To the door, I'll get out. I'll live. I'm free of you. You things you, I'm free. I got away. Guillotine won't get me. I'll live. Headless things won't get me. Look out.
Here, run right into the car. Right into it. Went down the steps and right into the tunnel. Like a madman. Monsieur, you must stand back. Give him air. Stand back.
Non, c'est pas la peine. Il est mort. Regardez. Oh, c'est horrible.
His head cut off as clean as if it had been done by La Guillotine herself.
Hey, man, how about we check in with Fibber, Magee, and Molly next? That sounds good to me.
The Pet Milk Program with Fibber, Magee, and Molly. The first evaporated milk, Pet Milk, presents Fibber, Magee, and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Dick LeGrand, Gene Vanderpyle, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The show is written by Phil Leslie and Keith Fowler and directed by Max Hutto with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Nature puts into good whole milk more of the protective substances needed for proper growth and development than in any other food. And Pet's evaporated milk is that kind of good whole milk. While it costs less generally than other forms of milk, Pet evaporated milk is not a milk substitute. It's milk with all the natural protective substances still in it. You see, water is the only thing that nature puts into milk that has no food value. And water is the only thing taken out of the good, sweet country milk to make Pet milk. As a result of taking out part of the water by evaporation, Pet milk is a concentrated form of good, sweet country milk. You can use it as coffee cream or whipping cream. Or you can put the water back in, half Pet milk, half water, and use it as you would ordinary bottled milk. So for convenience, for economy, for good natural milk nourishment, make Pet evaporated milk your family milk. There is no better. Nothing pleases a prominent citizen more than to find his name in the newspaper. And this morning, the chest of a local leader swells with pride as he reads his name in the Wistful Vista Gazette. He knew it would be there because he paid for an ad, which says, "Please call Mr. Magee of Fibber, Magee and Molly."
Hey, Molly, look, here it is, my ad. Right smack in the middle of page 10.
What ad, McGee?
Well, listen to this. Greatest value in history. Chance of a lifetime. For sale. A rare raccoon coat.
Oh, no. Not your old collegiate coonskin.
Yep, the very one. I ought to get $50 or $60 for it, Molly.
Oh, McGee.
Oh, to tell you the truth, I hate to part with that old coat. That old coat's full of memories for me, kiddo.
Yes, if they haven't fallen out through the moth holes.
What do you mean? That's a swell raccoon coat for the shape it's in. And when I wear it, it's even a swell coat for the shape that's in it.
Well, now, if you're still so fond of it, why do you want to sell it?
Well, I don't get much chance to wear it anymore. And besides, the last time I had it on, Doc Gamble made a crack that made me kind of sensitive about it.
What'd he say, lover?
He looked at me and he says, "Well, we ought to have an early spring this year. I see the groundhog's already out."
Well, that was a natural mistake.
Yeah, well, I've had a lot of fun with that old raccoon coat when it was new, though. I did have. Remember the night I went to your house and left my coat on a chair in the hall? And Uncle Dennis come in and saw it?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Poor old Uncle Dennis.
Yeah. He took one look at that raccoon coat, let out a horrible screech, and tried to beat it to death with a beer bottle.
Well, now, Uncle Dennis couldn't see very well. He was having trouble with his glasses, you know.
He always did have trouble with his glasses, kiddo. He kept emptying them too fast. Well, I better sit down here by the phone. Answers to that ad ought to start coming in any minute now.
See that? Oh, McGee, that reminds me. There was a call for you when you went out to get the paper.
Oh, my gosh, a customer already. Did you get the number?
Yes, I jotted it down for you. Here it is. Wistful Vista 8327.
Oh, boy. Give me the phone. Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me Wistful Vista 8327. Huh? Oh, okay. Line's busy. I'll have to try later.
Say, while you're waiting, dearie, will you drive me down to the Elks Club? I baked the cake for the ladies' cake sale.
All right. Can't you take it, kiddo? I'll give you the car keys.
Oh, no, it's too gooey, sweetheart. I'll have to hold it in my lap.
Well.
And another thing, while we're down there, let's return this book you borrowed from the public library 2 months ago. Did you finish it?
Book from the library? Oh, you mean that red book? About 2.5 inches thick?
Yes.
I didn't read that, kiddo. No. I had a short leg on my workbench. It was, the leg was... The leg was just 2.5 inches short, so I got a 2.5-inch book.
Well, now we can drop it off on the way back. Come on now, let's get going.
But what about my phone call?
Well, you can call the number from the Elks Club while I'm delivering the cake.
Oh, yeah? By George, that's using your head, kiddo.
Sure.
That's what I like about you, you think? That's what I like about you, you think. Well, grab the cake and grab the book. I'll grab my hat. Let's go.
Okay.
You go ahead and deliver the cake, Molly. I'll duck into Ole's office here and call my raccoon coat customer. Where are they selling the cake?
Out in the main lobby. Well, I'll be right back, dearie. We can stop at the library on the way home.
Okay, Tootsie. Oh, hi, Ole.
Well, hello, McGee. Come in. Me and Doc Gamble just finished a game of yin and all me.
Yeah, you care to play the winner, Bird Brain?
The winner? Who?
Me.
You?
Yes.
No.
Good.
Scared?
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Your turn, Doc.
Guess who we were just talking about, McGee?
Who?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, cut it out, you. I got no time for this kind of fiddle-faddle. I'm busy.
Get him.
Mind if I use your phone, Ole? Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me Wistful Vista 8327. Oh, still busy, eh? Okay. Doggone it, I wish they'd clear that line. That's a hot customer, Doc, that I got for my raccoon coat that I got up for sale.
Raccoon coat?
Yep.
You mean you're actually disposing of that mangy doormat with lapels?
Yeah.
Well, for the sake of Wistful Vista, I hope you sell it to someone out of town. I've always suspected that thing had rabies.
You're just jealous. You'd buy that coat yourself if you had a slim fellow like I am's figure instead of a big pot like you are's belly.
Now look, boy of the limber lip. I'd rather walk down Main Street in my bear skin than that coon skin, believe me. Well, I gotta get back to the office.
Oh, hey, you passed the library on your way back, don't you, Doc? How about returning this book for me, huh? Will you do it, huh?
Book?
Yeah.
You've been reading a book?
No, I propped up my workbench with it.
Thank heavens. For a moment, I thought you were ill. Well, I'll take the book for you, McGee. Goodbye, Ole.
Pal. Dear old Doc. A solid ton of good, clean fun. Say, Ole, maybe one of your boys would like to buy my raccoon coat, huh?
No, it's too old-fashioned, McGee.
Yeah?
Raccoon coats went out with the flappers.
Yeah?
The same flappers I went out with.
Okay, well, I'll call that number again in a couple of minutes.
Maybe you better jot it down so you don't forget it, huh?
Not me. I never forget a number, Ole. As soon as that 8327 stops being busy, I'll get him.
Not 8327, McGee. You called 3287.
Huh? I did not. You think I can't remember a simple number like Wistful Vista 8737?
27, McGee.
87. Wistful Vista 2387. 872. I mean 33.
83.
2783 or 738. Dad ratted Ole, now look what you made me do. I had it all memorized and
I'm ready to go, dear. Oh, hello, Ole.
Hello, missus.
Hey, you're just in time, Molly. What's that number I was calling about the coat? Ole made me forget it. You wrote it down, didn't you?
Oh, indeed I did, dearie.
Good.
I wrote it on one of the pages of that library book.
What? Oh, my gosh. Doc Gamble's already took that book back.
He did.
Wouldn't you know that rat would follow me up some way? That's the last time I'll ever let that... Well, come on, Molly. Let's go over to the library. I gotta get the book.
Billy Mills from the orchestra, and Love is Here to Stay.
gosh, look at the books in this joint, Molly. Millions of them.
Yes, it's one of the best libraries.
I wouldn't mind being the book salesman that's got this territory.
Not so loud, dearie. The lady at the desk there.
This library may not sell many books, but the guy that sells them books, boy, can he sell books. Must be a leaky radiator in here.
It's the lady at the desk, Magee.
Well, she ought to do something for that cold. She's got a bad wheeze. Come on, let's ask her where that book is. Hey, sis, we're looking for a book.
Sir, please. You're disturbing the other people here.
Oh, I'm sorry, sis. They're only reading, though, anyhow.
A friend just returned a book here for my husband, miss, and he'd like to take it out again.
What is the book's title, please?
Well, now, I don't know the title, sis, but I can describe the book for you exactly. It's 2.5 inches thick with a red cover and a rosebud pressed in it with a phone number wrote on it that I got to have to sell my raccoon coat to. Where is it?
You don't even know the author's name?
No, but the rosebud was a Cecil Bruner. I know that. Does that help you, sis?
No, I'm afraid I can't assist you. The book has undoubtedly been returned to the shelf.
Oh, you can't assist us, eh? Well, by George, this library belongs to the taxpayers. And I'm a taxpayer through the nose. I want 2.5 inches of service with a red cover on it. That's what I want.
Quiet, please.
Sorry, miss. Magee, the lady is no magician. This place is full of red books.
Well, I'm going to find that one with a phone number in it if I have to measure every book in the joint. You got a ruler I can borrow, sis?
Quiet, please. Here, you may use this ruler.
Okay, what's that rack of books over there?
That is the Kipling section.
Oh?
Beyond it is the Stevenson section, and then comes the Dickens section.
I wonder which section I ought to go to first.
I suggest that you go to the Dickens.
That could be a crack, but I'll ignore it. Come on, Molly, we'll start measuring.
You know, Magee, I think you're going to an awful lot of trouble myself.
With $100 at stake for that coat, nothing is too much trouble. Oh, hey, wait. There's a red book.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. The Life of Henry VIII.
Yeah, let's measure that. Oh, that's 4 inches. See if you can find a red Life of Napoleon. He was smaller than Henry. Maybe he's got 1.5 inches less life.
Well, now, let me see. Wait, there's a man there with a pinkish-looking book, dearie. Oh, it's Mr. Wimple.
Oh, hi, Wimp.
Hello, folks.
Do you visit the library often, Mr. Wimple?
Oh, yes, Mrs. McGee. And I'm so glad I came here today. I found a new bird book. On the Trail of the Quails.
You still a bird watcher, Wimp?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Just last week I went into the woods and watched and watched. I didn't want to frighten the birds, so I disguised myself as a tree.
Well, how in the world could you do that?
Oh, it was very simple. I wore a green suit, held a pine cone in one hand, an acorn in the other, and had some ivy wound around my neck. Then I just stood mousy quiet.
I'll bet that rig didn't fool the birds.
Oh, it was very convincing.
Yeah?
A woodpecker even put quite a nasty gash in my head.
You certainly went to a lot of trouble, Mr. Wimple.
Oh, it was worth it, Mrs. McGee. I was right beside a little pool where the birds come to bathe.
Oh.
I'd watch for a while and then hide my eyes.
Well, why did you hide your eyes?
Well, some of the birds were females. I couldn't watch a lady taking a bath.
Spoken like a gentleman, Wimp. Hey, look, boy. Would you do me a big favor?
Well...
Good. I got an ad in the paper to sell my old raccoon coat, see? And I may be getting a call on it. Now, here's the key to our house. Run over to the house and take down the messages for me, will you, when we get there?
I'll be glad to, Mr. McGee.
Fine.
I'll borrow a book here and take it along to read. I'm going to stay away from home all day today anyhow.
Oh, are you, Mr. Wimple? Doesn't your wife miss you, though?
Very seldom, Mrs. McGee. I've got lumps all over me.
Well, here's another red book, dearie. Whip out the ruler.
Okay. No, that's 2 1/4 inches.
Well, we're closing in. Another quarter of an inch and we'll have it.
Hello, Molly. Hi, pal.
Oh, hi, Junior.
Hello, Mr. Wilcox. What brings you to the library?
I'm reading up on Abraham Lincoln, Molly, the great emancipator. He's an idol of mine.
Mine, too.
Someday I even hope to be known by a title like the one he had.
The great emancipator?
Yes, I hope my work for Pet Milk may someday earn me the title of the great evaporator.
This boy has no shame.
Of course, everything I see around this library reminds me of Pet evaporated milk.
Well, everything you see every place reminds
Now
you.
you take that shelf of books right there.
Yeah?
All the titles in a neat row, like the labels on cans of Pet milk.
The book I'm looking for is a red one, Junior.
For instance, you take this book right here, which, by an odd coincidence, happens to be a book of recipes.
How thick is it, Junior? Because if it's 2 1/2 inches
Yes,
thick...
sir, this book of recipes reminds me of Pet milk. And why?
Who asked?
Because there's a recipe on every large can of Pet milk these days. A husband-tested recipe for one of those great Mary Lee Taylor dishes that are so nourishing and so delicious.
Yeah, but...
Print it right on the label.
Well, measure that book he's got, Molly, because if it's 2 1/2 inches...
I did measure it, McGee. It's too tall.
Yes, sir. 2 tall cans of Pet milk means 2 terrific recipes. And Pet milk, that good, sweet country milk made double rich by evaporation and packed with nourishing vitamins.
Look, Milky.
Yes, pal.
You know that beautiful old raccoon coat of mine? I've got it up for sale, Junior. And if you'd like it, I'll make you a good deal, boy.
Me? Oh, no, not me, pal. I'm allergic.
Really, Mr. Wilcox, allergic to fur?
No, I'm allergic to his deals, Molly. As the dude said when he fell in the cactus for the second time, I've been stuck before. So long, kid.
Har. Look at him smirk, just like he said something funny. Well, he'll wipe that sneer off when I sell my raccoon coat to some rich college fullback.
Hush, dearie. The librarian is looking at us again.
So what? My gosh, this is a public building, and I'm as public as anybody. Oh, look who's coming, Molly. Oh, hey, hi, Latrivia.
Hello, McGee. Molly.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
I was clear across the room there, McGee, but I thought I recognized that voice.
Yes, I have got a distinctive voice, Latriv. Always have had.
A loud one.
Yep. It's what they call the timbre of the voice that's different.
Yes. It's full of knots.
What are you doing here, Latriv? Picking up your cut of the library fines? How do you split them fines?
No, McGee. I came in to get a book.
Oh, I'll bet you read a lot, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, I do, Molly. I spend most of my evenings at home with Virgil, Dante, and Homer.
What do you guys do, play poker?
No, McGee, those are all great authors.
No, I never heard of them. If you want my idea of a great writer, Latrivia, it's Hemingway Savage, the guy that wrote The Case of the Gory Gun Moll.
How nauseating.
Mr. Mayor, what's the book under your arm there? One of the classics, I suppose.
Yes.
Hey, that cover looks familiar. Hey, let me see that. Grab it, Molly.
No, please.
I got it.
What is it?
Let's see. The Case of the Vicious Vampire by Hemingway Savage.
Oh. How nauseating.
Well, all right, McGee, you got me. I, too, am a Hemingway Savage fan.
Heavenly day.
My gosh, Latriv, I'm proud of you. Mind stepping over here to the window, boy?
Why, McGee?
Because I'm going to look at Latriv in a different light from now on. Say, by the way, how did you like his last book, Latriv? The Case of the Giggling Corpse.
One of his best.
Yes, sir.
I found the use of a concrete mixer as the murder weapon quite refreshing.
Yeah? How about the case of the half-dead halfback?
Good, but he went a bit too far.
You mean you thought 7 shootings, 7 stabbings, 4 poisonings, and 2 people shoved off the Washington Monument was too much?
No, that was all right. But when he blew up the Rose Bowl with 80,000 people in it, I felt that he was reaching a little.
Well, I love this literary talk, Latriv, but I got to find a book with a phone number in it here because I'm selling my raccoon coat to...
Gentlemen, keep your voices down, please.
About that book you wanted, sir, I have a clue.
Oh, good.
Yeah? Oh.
I've just discovered it was taken out again this afternoon.
Oh, my gosh, you hear that, Molly? We gotta get it, sis. Who's got...
If you'll just keep quiet.
Yeah, but come on, sis. The book. The book. Who took the book? Take it easy, Lamb. People are trying to read in here.
Heavens, what have I... Oh, dear,
Now. Come clean, sis. Who took the book?
A Mr. Wallace Wimple.
Wally Wimple. Oh, boy, he's at our house with it. He's got the book there.
Oh, good.
Come on, Molly, let's get out there. My gosh, the way all them people are looking at us, you'd think I was making the noise. That dame will never make a librarian that way, disturbing everybody when they're trying to read. Come on.
The King's Man and Terry Botkin with their raccoon coat version, 5'2".
I just saw a maniac, wild and turned his hair. He was wrapped up in a raccoon coat. Child, you should have been there. Laughed so hard I thought that I would cave in. When I heard that silly daffy dilly raving, 5'2", eyes of blue, but oh, what those 5 feet can do. Has anybody seen my gal? I'm mad about my sweet gadabout, turned up nose, turned down hose, flapper, yes sir, one of those. Has anybody seen my gal? Now if you run into a 5'2", covered with fur, diamond rings and all those things, bet your life it isn't her. But could she love, could she woo, could she coo? Has anybody seen my gal? I'm mad about my sweet gadabout, turned up nose, turned down hose, flapper, yes sir, one of those. Has anybody seen my gal? Now if you run into a 5'2", covered with fur, diamond rings, all those things. Take it, Perry. Yes, sir. Could she love, could she woo, could she coo? Has anybody seen my gal? Somebody line up. Has anybody seen my gal?
Come on, hurry, Molly. Let's get home and get that book before something else happens to us. I hope whoever phoned this morning hasn't gone and bought a rare raccoon coat someplace else, that's all.
Oh, I'm sure they haven't, Jerry. They'd never find one as rare as that one.
I wonder if I ought to ask $200 and haggle with them a while or just settle for a flat 150 without quibbling.
Well, frankly, dearie, if the Board of Health doesn't condemn it first, I'd just...
Hello there, kids. Hey, wait up.
Oh, hi, old-timer.
Hello, Mr. Old-Timer. Going our way?
Tag along if you want to, boy. We gotta hurry.
Big deal.
Okay, kids. Like I was saying to my girlfriend Bessie just today, Bessie, I says...
Say, how is Bessie these days? You two still romancing?
Oh, we're closer together than 2 pigs at a small trough, daughter. I just come from the railroad station, went down there to meet her.
Oh, has Bessie been away?
Nope. I just meet her down there for the smooching, kid. Not so conspicuous at the railroad station.
That's a cute idea.
I was waiting for a date, too, this morning, daughter.
Yeah?
All at once, here she come all dressed up, looking so pretty I hardly knowed her.
Oh, really?
Bessie, I says, you look like a different girl today. Then I give her a big kiss, and everything went black.
What happened?
Turned out it was a different girl, Johnny. Big fat brunette named Mabel Roggins. Says on her trunk that I fell over when she swung on me.
Oh, my goodness, I hope you explained things to her.
Yep, we struck up quite a conversation, me and Mabel.
That's all.
Turns out she's a single girl, has her own car, no boyfriend, and lives at 302 North.
302 North? North what?
That's as far as I got, daughter. Bessie walked up just then, and everything went black again.
suspected she slugged you, too?
Yep, I never did find out where Mabel lives, but this is where you live, kid, so run on in the house. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Come on, Molly. Let's get that book from Wimple and find that phone number. Boy, oh, boy, at last.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. McGee.
Hey, Wimp, give me that book. You know, the red book that you picked up at the library, 2.5 inches thick. Quick, boy, the book.
There's a phone number in the front of it, Mr.
Yeah.
Wimple.
Oh, all right. Here you are.
Good boy, Wimp. Now, let me see. Here we are. Wistful Vista 83. Hello, operator. Give me Wistful Vista 8327. Yeah, that's it.
Hello?
Hello, Wistful Vista 8327?
Yes?
Oh, this is Fibber Magee. Somebody there called me this morning, and I was out, so...
yes, Mr. McGee. I phoned you.
At last. Now, about this rare raccoon coat of mine, sis.
Raccoon coat?
Huh?
I don't know anything about a raccoon coat, Mr. McGee.
Huh?
I phoned you this morning about a book you had out.
A book? A book? A book? A book? Hey, who am I talking to, anyway?
This is the Wistful Vista Public Library.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Fibber and Molly return in a moment. If you have a family to cook for, you probably have quite a collection of recipes. But of the many you have, there are probably only a few that you use over and over again. Yet there's one recipe many of you use year after year because no other recipe quite comes up to it. It's Mary Lee Taylor's pet milk recipe for pumpkin pie. It was 18 years ago that Mary Lee Taylor broadcast her pumpkin pie recipe for the first time. And good cooks the country over say it's still their favorite of all pumpkin pie recipes. And no wonder. Pumpkin pie made with pet evaporated milk has just the right creamy smoothness, just the right golden color, just the right pumpkin and spice flavor. Grocery stores in every part of the country are featuring this famous recipe right along with pet milk. Now, if you don't have it in your collection, get it now. For with Mary Lee Taylor's recipe and pet evaporated milk, you can make a pumpkin pie that will be your family's favorite for years to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, a serious shortage exists today in our steel industry. A shortage of iron and steel scrap, without which our steel mills cannot meet the needs of the nation.
The scrap metal we housewives have won't do it this time, girls. It's the heavy metal that's needed.
This is an appeal to industry and to farmers to search out every pound of heavy metal and see that it gets to your nearest scrap dealer. It's vitally important to steel production.
Remember, every one of us has a stake in steel.
Right. I had a steak last night that tasted like it was made out
Magee.
of... Okay.
Good night, all.
First evaporated milk, pet milk, brings you Fibber, Magee, and Molly each week at this time. Be with us again next Tuesday night, won't you? It isn't often that an average housewife is introduced at a big public gathering by the mayor of the town. But that's what happens to young wife Sally Carter in the story of the week on Pet Milk's Mary Lee Taylor program next Saturday morning. The circumstances leading up to this speech make this a story you'll remember for a long time. So be sure to listen. You'll also hear the husband-tested recipe of the week for chicken scallop, a quick and easy baked dish. For the story of the week and the recipe of the week, turn your dial to NBC next Saturday morning for Pet Milk's Mary Lee Taylor.
Next, it's Big Town, then Playhouse on Broadway on NBC.
Well, Silver, wait those thrilling days of yesteryear with the Lone Ranger up next.
Hail, Silver, away!
A
horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo Silver, the Lone Ranger. The great natural resources of the western United States brought wealth to many of the early settlers. But it often happened that these pioneers did not realize the true value of their homesteads. The masked rider of the plains fought for their interests with the same strength and courage that he fought for law and order. It was he, more than any other man, who saved the homesteads for the men and women who had earned them. Return with us now to those thrilling days when the West was young. From out of the past come the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. The Lone Ranger rides again.
Come on, Silver! There's been a stage hold up. We're headed for the hills. Hurrah, Silver! Away!
Raw, gusty wind whipped around the sod-packed homesteader's cabin, set below a fold in the hills. The same wind whistled up the ridge and sang past the barrels of two rifles, aimed toward the closed cabin door. Two men waited for the door to open, and...
You ought to be poking out soon, Daisy.
Yeah.
This is as good a spot as any to pick 'em off.
We can nail 'em on that stretch of the corral.
Yeah. Oh, blast that wind. There goes my Stetson.
Leave it. We ain't got time, Leif. He'll be coming out any minute. After we take care of him, all we got to deal with is wife and the kid.
They're having breakfast. I can smell the coffee.
Yeah, we should come out. Laying flat along the ridge ain't none too easy.
Hold your rifle. He'll be gulping down his coffee and heading out any second. Keep your finger on that trigger.
I wonder what he's eating. That's one breakfast ain't gonna do him a lick of good, huh, Leif?
Finish up them flapjacks, son. We got work to do.
Yeah, Pa.
Ain't you never learned? You can't have your mouth full of food and words at the same time.
My, that fire draws right good now, Josh.
It'll be a heap better when we get us a chimney.
What's wrong with this cabin?
That's right, Bob. It's airtight. It's warm enough in winter with all that sod packing. And, Josh, we're satisfied with things like they are.
Well, I ain't, Sarah. Sure, we're homesteading, but I'm looking to the future. You wait and see.
Josh, as long as we three are together, that's home enough for me.
Me too, Ma. Got any more flapjacks?
How many yet already, son?
Oh, just one more. Never hurt nobody.
Land sakes, of course it didn't. I'll get one right now.
I'll go out and saddle up, son.
Well, I'll be through, Pa. Let me take out the saddles.
Sit still, Bob. I ain't so old I can't do my own toting. I'll have 'em saddled up when you come out, son. Gosh, it's blowing hard enough to skin a mountain lion.
Bob, now don't you go gulping down your food like a wolf.
Just Ma, I ain't rushing.
Oh, your pa can wait just as well as...
Ma.
He can wait just as well as...
Ma, them was shots. Pa!
Josh, be careful. Josh, are you... Oh.
Pa. Pa!
There's just the two of us now.
Is that the cabin, Tonto? Sod covered. I guess the Bailey family aren't any too well off.
Them homesteader.
I don't see any activity down there. No smoke from the chimney. I hope we haven't ridden this far out of our way with a letter only to find no one to receive it.
We go down, Kimasabi?
Yes, we... Wait, Tonto. You hear that?
Here's something. Tonto not know what?
It's over that way. What's Silver, Tonto? I'm going to investigate this.
You be careful.
I think I know what that sound means. Wait here. I'll be back. Hello, son.
Who are you coming around here
You
snooping?
must be Bob Custon.
I don't want no masked man around the... You know my name.
You don't need that gun, Bob. I see something has happened.
I was just putting some flowers on Pa's grave. There ain't many flowers now, but...
Your father's? Oh, I see. You were crying.
I weren't crying. Anyway, the fella's got a right to...
Sure you have, Bob.
Get back your mask. For all I know, you might have been the one to dry gulch Pa.
Your father was shot?
Yeah, shot in the back. How come you don't know my name if you don't know a lot more?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bob.
I'm telling you to make tracks.
Now listen,
Go on
Bob.
before I squeeze this here trigger. You're masked and you know too much. Get it going before I let daylight through you. For what you done to... Pa's gone. Gone.
Take it easy, Bob. You can trust me.
There's just more on me now. Gotta take care of Ma.
I came here because I brought a letter for your father, Bob.
A letter?
Yes. How long ago did your father move out here?
About 6 months ago. He was back east near St. Joe. Business weren't so good. Pa's brother went back east. He had this here homestead claim out here. Told Pa if any time he wanted to, he could come out and settle up the homestead.
Here's the letter, Bob.
This is addressed to Pa in St. Joe.
That's right. It was forwarded out here. I got it from the stagecoach driver at Paiute Springs. I told him I was coming out this way.
Oh, I guess maybe Ma better see this, huh?
It's a good idea.
Hey, this here letter looks like it's been opened before.
The stagecoach was held up, Bob. It might have been.
Held up by... You. You done it.
You don't know who I am, do you?
Maybe I could have when you took off your mask.
No, Bob, I can't do that. But here, take a look at these.
Your gun.
And don't worry. I merely wanted to show you the bullets I use.
Gosh. Silver bullets.
Does that mean anything to you?
I don't know.
Wait. Tonto!
You call me?
This way, Tonto. Bring Scout and Silver.
Me come.
Silver bullets. Tonto. Is he an Injun?
Yes, Bob. He's my good friend.
And you got a horse named Silver?
What's wrong?
And this is Tonto, Bob. And there's Silver.
Golly, then you must be the Lone Ranger.
That's right. Him, Lone Ranger.
Gosh.
Do you trust me now, Bob?
Lone Ranger? Gosh, I sure do.
Good. Then let's head for your cabin. I'd like to talk to your mother. Tonto, we'll wait out here. Bob, you get inside with that letter. Your mother may want to read it in private.
I'll be right back.
Tonto. I haven't told the boy, but I'm going to tell his mother. I'm certain that letter had been opened. The stagecoach driver who handed it to me was sure of it, too. He said the 2 road agents went through the mail.
What that mean?
That isn't the oddest part of it, Tonto. The road agents threw most of the letters away, but they gave this one back to the driver.
Why they do that?
Well, that's what I don't understand, not completely. But I have a feeling that Josh Custon was killed because of that letter.
She ain't in the cabin. Ma ain't there. She's gone.
Yeah, it sure is too bad about Keston getting himself shot full of holes. But me, I was always telling Keston he was heading for trouble living out there with nothing between him and Injuns but a sod cabin.
Still and all, Daisy, don't you reckon I ought to do something about it?
Stop polishing that badge, Davy.
Oh, yeah. But still and all, Daisy,
I'm the sheriff of Three Pines. Maybe I ought to get me a posse.
What for? Was Indians done it?
Sure, but still and all...
Ah, look, Taylor. If it was white men what done casting in, I'd be the first citizen of Three Pines to demand to be strung to cottonwood. Ain't that correct?
Correct.
But it was some sneaking Indians sure as shooting. There weren't no sign out there, no trail.
Well, that don't mean...
Sure it does. It takes an Injun to cover up his tracks so nobody can find he's been there. What more proof do you want? My advice is to start keeping your eye peeled for a redskin.
Yeah, thanks, Stacy. If all the rest was like you, we'd sure have law and order in Three Pines.
Daisy.
Huh? Oh, it's you, Liv.
She's still waiting.
Sure she is.
We better get it while the getting's good, Daisy. That land ain't gonna
Shut up! It wasn't a blue jay. Come on, Liv. We can get this...
Did I do something I shouldn't order?
I didn't invite your company, Taylor.
Sure you didn't, Daisy. But still and all...
Better attend to your sheriff, and Leif and me has got private business.
No offense meant, Daisy.
None taken. Come on, Leif.
She's in here.
Well, how do, Mrs. Keston?
Mr. Dacey, I rode all the ways into Three Pines so as I could talk to you about the homestead.
Leif had a mighty trouble locating me. Is it about that offer I made at your husband's funeral?
Well, I ain't talked it over with my son, Bob. I come into town without letting him know. He might not like me to sell the homestead. You know how youngsters is apt to be a mite headstrong.
You going to sell?
I'm handling this, Leif. Mrs. Keston's being smart.
Well, not many would give me my money back at St. Joe. After all, a homestead that ain't been proved on.
You're a widow. The least I can give you is enough to get you and your son back to your folks.
Well, if you have the money now, I left food for my son, and he don't mind spending the night alone in the cabin, but, well, I'd like to get back to him before dark.
I'll get the money out of the bank, Mrs. Keston. You wait here.
Thank you.
Won't take more than 15, 20 minutes. That homestead's as good as mine right now.
This must be the town, Tonto. Rain up.
You see a horse?
Over there, hitched to that rail.
Oh.
It's the paint young Bob Custon described, the one his mother took from their corral. She's inside there, Tonto.
We go, Kemosabe?
Yes, we... No, wait. We're not known in Three Pines, Tonto. If I walk in masked, there may be shooting. Mrs. Custon might be hurt.
You wear a disguise, maybe.
There isn't time. She rode to town in a hurry for some reason. We've got to find out what she's done.
Me go?
Fine. You go in there and find Mrs. Custon. Tell her his son has a letter for her at her home. Tell her it's important. And I'll be outside. I want to hear what goes on. But remember, whatever happens, don't start any fighting. Bob's already lost his father. Let's make sure nothing happens to his mother.
Siri, Hamilton, Custon. There you are, Mr. Dacey.
And here's your traveling money, Mrs. Keston.
And we got that homestead now, huh, Daisy?
Yeah. You plan on leaving soon, Mrs. Keston?
As soon as me and Bob can gather up what stuff we have. It frets me something awful to leave Pa's grave, but I got to think of Bob.
You're heading back for the cabin now?
How to make it before sundown.
You, Mrs. Custon?
An Injun?
Well, yes, that's my name. Why?
You come. Me want you to...
You're strange in these parts, huh? Leif, call the sheriff.
Huh?
I said call the sheriff.
You don't need to bother, Leif. I seen this redskin come in my own self.
You got gun?
Yeah, Injun. I maybe ain't no shakes at brain work, but still and all, I can put two and two together. Like you said, Dacey, it must have been an Injun what killed Josh Custon.
This savage killed...
Look out, Taylor! Don't you go for no gunplay, Injun.
No, me not use gun. Me got order from white friend. Me not fight.
Yeah, you wouldn't stand no chance, Injun. Better lock him in the calaboose, Sheriff. Tomorrow we can string him up for buzzard bait.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Lone Ranger story. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a few moments. Now to continue our story. Rather than start a gunfight in which Mrs. Custon might have been hurt, Tonto allowed himself to be led to the local jail and...
Now then, Injun, you walk right in front of me and don't try nothing. You'll get a bullet where it won't feel so good. I'm slapping you behind bars.
Go right ahead, Sheriff. Me and Leif will wait for you here in your office.
Come on, Redskin. Lift them moccasins.
Me come.
Oh, my gosh. I almost forgot my keys.
Taylor, you'd forget your head if it wasn't under your hat.
I reckon I would, Daisy. But still and all, I got to be sheriff, didn't I? Reckon the folks trust me. Don't know what Daisy sees funny in what I say all the time. Still and all... Go on, Injun, open that cell. Now get inside. And here you're going to stay till we get you a fair trial and string you up good and proper.
Oh, you wrong. Me never...
Don't tell me you didn't shoot, Josh. I know you're guilty, even if it's going to take a fair trial to prove it. Oh, what's your name? Your name. Got to put your name down for the judge to swear out a warrant for your arrest. That's the legal way to do things.
My name, Tonto.
Tonto, huh? All right, you're going to... Wait a minute. What was that again?
Tonto.
Tonto. Tonto. Sounds like it ought to be familiar. Tonto.
You know name?
No. I thought maybe I did. But still and all, Injun names all alike. Won't do you no good to try to escape neither, whatever your name is.
Him talk heap much. Like empty barrel.
Tonto.
Huh? Who that?
Tonto, over this way.
White friend.
Keep your voice down, Kimasabi.
Sheriff, him think me kill Custon.
I heard the whole thing from outside the cafe, Tonto. I'm glad you remembered not to resist. Mrs. Custon is on her way back to the cabin. I'm going to leave you here, Tonto.
What you say?
You'll be all right, Kimasabi. There are a few things I've got to do. I want to be around when Mrs. Custon reads that letter. They won't do anything until tomorrow. The sheriff may be a fool, but he's honest, and he has courage.
Sheriff, him good man.
Just the opposite of Daisy and Leif, eh?
Them bad.
There's no doubt of that, Tonto. They very cleverly arrange things so they get the homestead without any trouble. More than that, I'm certain they're the ones who killed Custon.
That's right.
But I've got to see that letter before we can be sure. It must be the key to this whole plot. You can expect me before sunrise.
Me wait. Nothing else to do in jail.
Here, Silver. Come on, boy.
Why, Bob.
Ma, what's the matter?
This here letter. Land sakes, your Pa's brother wrote to Pa to tell him there's gold on this land.
Gold?
Right on this here land. If Pa'd only knowed about that.
Gold. Yeah, if Pa don't know.
It's too late for that now, Bob. Pa's gone to a better reward than gold.
Ma, does that means we're rich, don't it?
No, son, it don't.
But the gold.
Son, we don't own this homestead no more.
Huh?
Well, I figured it was best for me to take you back east. Daisy, he give me traveling money in exchange for the homestead.
What do you mean, Ma?
That's why I went into Three Pines without letting you know. Daisy owns this here land now, not us.
Daisy, he's worse than a rattlesnake.
Oh, hush, son. You ain't got no call to talk that way. Daisy was right obliging.
I'll bet he knew about that there gold all the time.
Now, son, you mustn't say such a thing. It ain't charitable.
I'll just bet he knew.
Well, son, how could he know? There ain't nobody seen this letter but us. And as for Pa's brother, why, he didn't know himself until he got back east and had an assayer look over the specimen that he took back there. How could Daisy know?
I don't care how, but I'll bet he did.
Bob.
I'm going to find out.
Bob, put down that
Let
rifle.
go of me, Ma. I'm going to ask Daisy some questions.
Bob, son, you mustn't now.
Now with Pa gone, I'm the man of the house. I'm 15 years old, and that's plenty to make Daisy talk. I'm going to...
What's that?
Get back, Ma. Wait in the door.
It's a horse, traveling fast.
I don't know who it is, but...
It's coming here.
Stay out of the way, Ma.
Oh, maybe it's nobody meaning harm.
Yeah, and maybe it's the ones that done for Pa. There, I got my rifle set. Let him come. Who is it?
Your friend.
Oh, It's all right, Ma. Come on in.
Mrs. Keston, you got a letter.
The masked man. Bob, shoot. Shoot.
Ma, take it easy. This here's the Lone Ranger.
I don't care if he's... Did you say you're the Lone Ranger?
Yes, Mrs. Keston. My Indian friend and I arrived while you were out. I see Bob hasn't had a chance to explain.
Oh, well, that's different.
Mrs. Keston, what does that letter say?
Why,
You must trust me. I have good reasons for asking. Does that letter reveal any important information?
It says there's gold on this here land.
Gold, huh? I thought it might be that. Have you sold this homestead?
Yes, I have. I sold
To
it
two men named Dacey and Leif. Is that right?
How did you know?
I didn't. I suspected. Mr. Custon, I think those two men held up a stagecoach and got a look at the contents of that letter.
Oh.
And what's more, I'm certain they killed your husband because they knew they could deal with you. He would never have sold.
Daisy and Leif killed Josh?
I have a good friend, an Indian, the best friend a man ever had. He's in jail for that crime right now.
I don't understand.
The only way to get him out is to prove that Dacey and Leif read that letter. And it's the only way to get your property back.
Well, I sold it to them legal.
If they're murderers, that sale won't stand.
But you can't prove nothing, masked man.
May I see the envelope that letter came in?
It was sealed up.
There are ways of opening a sealed letter so it doesn't show. You haven't thrown it in the fire.
Oh, no. No, I have it right here.
No, I thought so.
You found something?
Not much, but enough. Mrs. Custon, I think we can get this land back for you.
You can?
I'm not promising anything, but we'll see.
You hear that, Bob? The masked man says that... Bob.
You stepped outside a minute ago.
No.
And what is it?
He took the rifle, Pa's rifle.
You mean he's going after Dacey?
That's what he was threatening to do before you come. Dacey'll kill him. He's all I got left.
Here, Silver.
Wait, masked man. What are you going to do?
Mrs. Custon, you get to Three Pines as fast as you can.
But Bob must have taken the fastest horse.
Get there as soon as you can. I'm going on ahead. Come on, Silver.
They'll kill him. They'll kill him.
Not if I get to Three Pines ahead of time. Get your horse. Come on, Silver. We're heading for Three Pines. Ho, Silver, hooray! Taylor! Sheriff Taylor! Sheriff, open up!
What in thunderation's the racket? Horse galloping, pounding on my door?
Sheriff, I want to talk to you.
A masked man. Now look at here.
I haven't time to explain anything. Sheriff, get your guns and hurry up. Get a move on.
It's all right, Dacey. The sheriff ain't here.
Close that door, Leif. Yeah. Just like I figured. That addle-pated Taylor's home sewing away the night. All we gotta do is find them keys and grab the engine.
Here are the keys.
Leaves them hanging on the hook in the wall. Come on.
Dacey.
Yeah?
I still figured it might be smarter to round up a lynching party for the Redskins instead of handling our own selves.
Takes too long. Besides, Taylor might get it into his fool head to stop a lynching party. He couldn't help hearing the noise.
He couldn't stop him?
He's fool enough to swing a gun, ain't he?
Maybe so.
And don't forget this. Folks in this town may not have much respect for Taylor, but they like him a heap. They wouldn't want to shoot him.
You mean the lynching party would curl up and call it off?
We gotta do our own hanging. We'll string this redskin to a cottonwood, and Taylor won't find out who done it on account of nobody'll know, savvy? Now, shake a leg. We got work to do.
What the?
There we are, baby.
Custon, kid.
You killed my pa and I'm gonna...
Grab him, Leif.
Let go. Oh.
That'll learn you. Grab that rifle, Leif.
Yeah, I got it.
I should have shot you first. I should have shot you when I seen you coming in.
Your trailers from the Star Cafe, huh? Sew up your mouth.
What are we going to do with him, Dacey?
We'll take care of him.
We better shut his mouth for good. He knows too much, eh?
Yeah, you're right, Leif.
You piding skunks dry gulch my pa.
Yeah, Sonny, that's right. Sure we done it. We got a lucky break holding up that stagecoach and reading your old man's mail. And now we got that land and gold.
The law will get you for this.
The law won't get us for nothing, savvy. Leif.
Yeah?
The whole town knows what the engine's in jail for.
Sure, for killing Custon.
And that means if Sonny Boy here was to be found dead here in the jailhouse, the whole town might figure he come to kill his pa's murder.
Dacey, you mean that...
I mean we let the engine out. We shoot the engine with this here rifle the kid brung. Then we shoot the kid.
It looked like the kid let the engine out to take him away, and then the engine jumped the kid.
You got it. Both dead in a scrape. A shooting scrape.
Why, you load...
When you tote a gun, sonny boy, you like to end up in Boot Hill with your toes turned up. I'll keep the young'un here, Leif. Fetch out that engine.
Yeah, it's right through this door.
What the...
Reach for the sky!
Masked man!
All right, you polecats. I'm taking you in for murder.
Now, wait a minute, Sheriff. We ain't done nothing. This fool kid here come in to try and...
You ain't fooling me, Daisy. No, not no more. Me and the masked man heard every word you two spouted. We got you dead to rights.
That's the only way you'll get me. Draw fast,
Grab your gun, Leif.
Leaping Mavericks, you beat him to the draw.
They're not hurt, Sheriff. The bullets knocked the guns from their hands. I suggest you let Tonto out of jail and put them in.
I sure will, masked man. I sure will.
You know so much, masked man. How come you was here in the first place?
Because of a letter, Daisy.
Eh?
A letter that you opened.
How'd you know I opened it? I never told her.
Daisy!
It doesn't matter, Leif. Daisy practically admitted it, but I think the sheriff can prove it anyhow.
I'd be obliged if you'd tell me how, stranger.
The driver of the stagecoach noticed the men using a heated knife blade to melt the sealing wax, and that's how it could be replaced later. And these men carry knives. Look at them. And I'll wager you find bits of wax sticking to one.
Masked man, that's all I want to know. I'll take them keys, Leif. You and Daisy are going into that cell. Masked man, your engine pod's free.
Bob, I got here in time. I thought I'd lost you.
Gosh, Ma, it's all fixed. The masked man fixed
He
everything.
beat you to town. Thank heavens for that.
Yes, Mrs. Custon. He sure solved things in a hurry. Him and that Injun Tonto was... Gee, Hossafat. Tonto. I knew I'd heard that name somewheres afore. Why didn't somebody tell me? That masked man was the Lone Ranger.
Hello, Silver! Away!
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Lone Ranger Incorporated.
Hunt the biggest of all game with the Green Hornet and Cato coming up next.
Hunts the biggest of all game. Public enemies who try to destroy our America. With his faithful ballad Cato, Britt Reed, daring young publisher, matches wits with the underworld. risking his life that criminals and racketeers within the law may feel its weight by the sting of the Green Hornet. Live with Britt Reed in the thrilling adventure of Protection Incorporated. The Green Hornet strikes again. The street was narrow and lined with small stores and shops, most of them owned by dealers in fruits and vegetables, foreign delicacies, and special foods for holidays. A large car turned into the street and moved slowly until it reached Cartunzi's market. No one noticed the small object that flew from the car window toward the big store. The car suddenly leaped ahead with a great surge of power and speed. A moment later, a blast shook the neighborhood. Read all about the bombing. Street bombing. Hey, now, Fibber, here you are. Read all about the bombing.
Good morning, Garrigan.
Hey, Miss Case. Mr. Reed in?
Uh-huh. You surprised?
Yeah, I am surprised. Don't tell me that last night's bombing got him down to the office before noon.
Something got him here. It might have been the bombing. Oh, but look, Garrigan, sometimes Brittany tries very hard to do as his father wants.
Sometimes. But only sometimes. If he'd hit the ball all the time like the old man did, he might make a publisher. I'll never forget when I was made city editor.
Can you remember that far back?
Yes, I can remember that far back. Mr. Reed in his office?
Yes. Exquisite.
Oh, he don't count. Hey, Mr. Reed.
Oh, Donegan, I'm glad you're here. I was just going to buzz you.
Well, I got something on my chest, but you talk first.
Axel and I were just talking about that bombing last night.
Yeah?
I had to tell you about it, Donegan.
That ought to be good.
Donegan, after the last war, there was a regular wave of racketeer bombings and shootings. Do you remember?
Rowan Fleming? Yeah, I remember.
I was telling Reed about him. Do you suppose we're going to have to go through the same thing all over again?
What's Axford's theory?
Well, Daddy Gunnigan, I'm glad you asked that. Axford wants something to my attention. Here, look at this picture.
It's a picture I had at home. It's a lug I helped you in a long time ago.
Dynamite Fletcher. I remember him. Did you help call him Axford?
That I did. That's when I was on the cop. Fletcher went down for a 10 to 20 strike.
And he done the limit. But he got out a couple of years ago and dropped out of sight.
Well, we had a squib when he got out, I remember.
Axford says that last night's Cartunzi bombing and the earmarks of the old Fletcher gang.
It was the same technique, Gunnigan. The cops found hunks of iron pipe. And that's the way Fletcher used to make his bombs. He'd load a hunk of 2-inch pipe with dynamite in a cap. A hunk of fuse was lighted, and the works were tossed out of the cap. The ends were plugged, of course.
The ends of what?
Of the iron pipe.
Here's the point, Gunnigan. With a lot of food controls lifted and a lot of money in circulation, the specialty shops are going to do a whale of a business this year.
They did a whale of a business in Thanksgiving trade.
Exactly. And it'll be even bigger between now and Christmas. The field is ripe for a fruit flex.
And that's the theory of the mastermind?
Yeah. I deduced it, Gunnigan. I also deduced that dynamite Fletchers may be behind the racket.
Well, what do you want me to do? Go out and find dynamite Fletcher for the cops?
That's a fine idea.
Oh, look, Mr. Reed, seriously.
Seriously, Donegan. I want the Daily Sentinel to make big things of Axford's theory. Let's make such a noise that the police will give that Cartunzi bombing all they've got. Let's make this city too hot to hold any of those rackets that raised hell a few years ago. Give it a double-column editorial and 12-point type. In addition to that, box a 2-column item on page 1.
If you want it, Gunnigan, I'll write something up for you.
Excellent. Maybe I can write it myself.
Of course, I've only been on the desk for 20 years, but I might be able to stagger through. Well, if you have any trouble, let me know. Oh, I give up. Johnny really seems upset about something. Yes, he seems to be. Maybe that woman got under his skin. Bobby, here, you give me a ring right on this. Okay, Gunnigan. Take this to the composing room and don't get lost on the way. Yes. Dave, cut this down to 2 sticks. Gotta squeeze the first page for the next edition. Hello. Give me them all. 2 sticks, Gunnigan, but that I said 2 sticks. And you... Hey, Kate, give me a 4-column head and the 2 columns off on Katosi. Oh, where's the more? What's the matter? They all dead down there? Your problem, Gunnigan. Oh, Reed wants noise about the Katosi bombing, and I'm going to give it to him. Hello. Well, it's about time. Listen. See if you can stay awake long enough to dig out the files on Dynamite Fletcher. Yeah, Dynamite Fletcher. Gang leader and hoodlum from the roaring 20s. F like in Funny Bones. L like in Lollapalooza. E like in Bitter End. T like in
Well, boys, did you see my picture of Billy Sanders? That's an old picture, Fletcher. You don't look anything like that nowadays. Maybe I should have a dual picture. Come on. With every cop in town looking for you to answer questions. The bombing last night sure got the several stirred up. Maybe we better lay low for a few days, huh, Fletcher? Lay low, my. I should throw a war waiting for things to open up. We've got a gold mine between now and Christmas. We're going to dig for all we're worth. The cops suspect you, Fletcher. So what? Do I look anything like an old Piget? No. Feel like you're different to let me out of prison? No, you don't. That doc sure did things to you, huh? The rest of the... Here's the list of the fruit dealers that have already signed up in our protective organization. We'll have a payment ready every week. There's a lot of them that don't understand what we mean when we speak of protective organization. There's 2 in particular that won't understand. And with examples of those 2. Here's the location. You want us to give them the gas plant treatment? Yeah, tonight. Give them the same as Cartozy got. There's something in the cops ain't gonna like it. As if we care.
Isn't there some way the police can stop such things? Look at this article.
I saw it, Mr.
2 people were killed by the bombing, and a little kid was seriously hurt by the car those rats were dropped. Naturally, it's more certain than ever that there's a new rat case.
There probably is. All sorts of places that'll be hit with fruit markets.
Well, if the police suspect this man, this Dynamite Fletcher, why don't they pick him up?
They're looking for him. Trouble is, they won't get any place if they find him.
Why won't they?
Oh, it'll be the real story in this case. Proof. There's a real gap between knowing a man is guilty and getting proof that a smart lawyer can't fake.
Oh, God, I wish there was some way to lick these crooks and their conniving lawyers.
And the red tape of the law.
Hello, Fred.
A red?
This is the time I brought you.
I knew I shouldn't have stayed so long in this case's office. How are you?
Oh, fine.
In this case, this is Rance Talbot. And he's selling insurance.
Oh, here's my card, Miss Case. If you're in the market for that...
I'll just add it to my collection.
Oh, I like that.
It seems that half the men in our class went into insurance.
Oh, but seriously, Brett, I want...
Come on, officer.
Thanks.
It's great to see you. But I'm not going to do business with you.
Oh, I'm the level, Brett. Have you all you need?
Dad set up a portfolio for me.
Okay, fella. I'll let it go then. Cigarette?
No, thanks.
How do you like publishing?
Oh, it's all right.
You've run it down on the racketeer bombings. I bet you had a big spread yesterday, but today's even better.
Oh, that's Gunnigan. He and a guy named Axford are all steamed up about racketeers rearing their ugly heads again. But say, Rand, I just thought of something.
Yeah?
Does your firm carry a policy that would protect those fruit dealers against accidents?
Yeah, we have a policy. But it's high price.
Well, it's cheaper than repairs to a bomb building.
Oh, sure.
Why don't you go right down the list of the fruit dealers? Those men need insurance as ever before.
But, Britt, I'm specializing in...
I know that. But you don't object to picking up a few extra bucks, do you?
No, but...
I'll bet you could knock off a dozen sales between now and 5 o'clock.
Oh, now, wait.
Or at least half a dozen. I bet on it.
You bet on it, huh? Well, that's something. What do you bet?
Calling in here.
Put up or shut up.
All right. I'll tell you what I'll do, Rand. If you make an honest-to-gosh effort and can't sell at least 6 accident policies to fruit dealers, I'll let you write me up for an extra $10,000.
Make it $20,000, I'll make a stab at it.
15.
Done.
But you've got to make an honest effort.
I will.
I won't know whether you do or not.
All right, come with me if you want to.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll have Mike Axford go with you.
Who's he?
He used to be a cop.
Oh?
Before Dad went west, he hired Axford as a bodyguard for me. I keep him busy covering the news at police headquarters.
Well, bring him on. I'll see what I can do. But remember, if I don't make 6 deals, I write you up for $15,000.
Rance didn't suspect that Britt's sudden idea was born in the interest of the Green Hornet. He didn't realize that Britt carried Michael Axford's report home that evening and went over it very carefully with Tito. It's as if I'll have to buy a policy from Rance.
Yes, Mr. Britt?
According to Axford's reports, he made a sincere effort, but only 4 sales. These dealers are afraid of the racketeers. That means they have not joined a protective organization.
Oh, I see.
I'll take this other list. These are men who weren't the least interested in what Rance had to offer. Do you know what that means?
I'm not sure.
It means that they're paying for protection. They feel they don't need insurance. They're the ones we're going to call on. Come on. Stepping through a secret panel in the rear of a closet in his bedroom, Rick Reed and Cato went along a narrow passageway built within the walls of the apartment house itself. This led to an adjoining building which fronted on a dark side street. Though supposedly abandoned, this building served as a hiding place for the sleek, superpowered Black Beauty, streamlined car of the Green Hornet. Rick Reed pressed the button. The great car roared into life. A section of the wall in front raised automatically, then closed as the gleaming Black Beauty sped into the darkness. The many fruit dealers who had been terrorized by the Dynamite Clutcher Gang and the Detective Association. In the living quarters behind his small shop, Mr. and his wife wore expressions of worry. Their concern would have been even greater had they known that the much-feared Green Hornet was at that moment moving toward them through the dark side street. Laura, sensible, he's got threat.
Well, the man may have hurt him just because he would not pay.
Yeah, he'd be lucky. He'd be only threatened. He doesn't say what he said.
How do you protect? Oh, he will get the money for to make the payment. $50 a week. $60 every month.
We got to pay. The more money we got to charge for free. His only way, Laura.
Customers, they go to other places.
Laura, other places got charged more too. They will pay like us. Yeah. And we afraid to go to police.
These men are not good men.
No, but what we do? Cartels already dead, Laura. Haskell hospital, we placed them down. We got our lives to think of. Yes, Mr. Yohana. That masked gun. Who are you?
That man, he's the one they call Green Hornet.
Now, Donald, let me do nothing. Let's go. I came to speak about your payment. Payment, right? You've been promised protection for your store, haven't you?
Yes, but you not be man who told me about paying. You be not man who come...
I'm the one who said out.
Oh, no, this? The $15, it is not true.
I'm here to tell you how to pay.
But this man we pay me, he say each on Friday.
On the way.
Yes, I listen.
We don't want to compare it tonight. We'll send the money to the address on his card. Understand?
I send it out from you.
If you don't, you may get the sailor's hospital and Tartosi and a few others.
No. Do not do it. We will play.
I send money, I swear I will. See that you get it there ahead of time. And one thing more. Don't tell the cops anything. If you do, I'll know about it. Then you might have an accident. Remember that.
Yes, I remember. But don't hurt us.
Very well. You'll have no trouble unless you make it. Now, Kitty, we'll call in the next man on the line. The name is Lopez, 2 blocks down.
Name of the dog. It is your horn.
Take it easy, Lopez. I'm here to tell you how you're going to pay. Follow over, sprinkle, and you'll not be hurt. A Green Hornet struck terror to the hearts of a number of people whose names were on his list. After his final call, he opened the Black Beauty wide and turned on the weird-sounding horn. Then everyone knew that Green Hornet had been in action. A few days later, Ford and Parker were in a furious rage when they reported from Dynamite Fletcher.
And we didn't collect the red cent.
This is a double cross.
Oh, honest, Parker, it is. Green Hornet beat us to it.
Green Hornet?
Yes, the Hornet's muscling in our game. He told us back that he was a big boy. Collected in person. We got something, though. Look at his card. The Hornet left him and told the dealers to send cash to that address every week.
Green Hornet.
What a tough time, boss, but we made those guys talk. Sure. Any guy screw up when he sees his wife in danger.
Boys, Scotty the lad will watch for that man. He'll get that Green Hornet. This time he slipped up. Look at it. That evening, Michael Axford rushed excitedly into police headquarters. reading a letter at his friend Sergeant Burke.
Gosh, holy crow, man. Get a load of this. It's the best tip you ever got.
Ashford, you crazy banshee, take it easy. Tell me what it's all about.
The Green Hornet, that's what.
What? The Green Hornet?
That's it. This here tells where the guy can be found. It tells, too, that he's the guy who was heading his fruit racket.
This Craig Ashford? Here, let me see that.
You bet it's true.
Maybe Dynamite Fisher is the Green Hornet.
How'd you get this? It came to the office. And I mean without no damn time. And Ridley turned it over to me. It was like he sent they wanted the victim.
Yeah, this sounds like the bird who wrote it knew what he was talking about, all right.
Sure. That's just what I told Ridley.
We're going to that address.
That's just what I was going to suggest. You're with me, Sarge. Just the two of us. There's a lot of constable and talk attention. We've got to go and quiet and wait until that Hornet comes in. Then we'll nail him.
I'll have a squad waiting nearby. The thing's dark here. The house looks deserted on its side. Never can tell about that. Turn your flashlight this way. I'll have this door open in a jiffy. I hope. That door isn't used much.
No, it ain't. Now there, shut it again.
Let the rest of the boys on their toes.
Across the street in the alleyway there.
Watch out for those squeeze up the doors.
The Green Hornet is in this house. Slightly heard us. If he ain't here, it don't matter.
The house looks empty.
You go through to the front and see if the front door is sealed.
Good idea. Hey, look. There's some meal under the door.
Hold the light close. By golly, it's beginning to look like maybe there was something to this trip after all.
I hope you're right about that. Look here.
John Sloan. John Sloan. Say, all of them letters have got the same man's name on them.
Yeah, I wonder...
Oh, don't stand there. Open them up.
Just what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Now, what's in the book, you know?
Oh, but you're $15.
Holy crow. Now, what do you suppose? Hey, Doc, what's that old mother saying?
Philip Misto for the week of the trust.
Misto. Hey, he's one of the fruit dealers. I remember calling on him.
Here, Ashford, take this one and open it. Sure. It's as plain as day, Ashford. Huh? The Green Hornet must have told these guys to send it over here.
Sure, that's it. And he told all of them to send it to John Sloan.
Yeah.
Sarge, there's more gold, this one. Now we got proof. So all we got to do is wait till he comes and then grab the Green Hornet.
And there's another thing, Ashford.
What's that?
The names on these notes here are the guys who are subpoenaed as witnesses.
By golly, that's right.
Quiet. Car stopping out, please. Ready?
Oh, God.
Keep back quiet and dark and wait. I'll give the word when everything is set to nab the Green Hornet. Boys, get your head.
Yeah. It's kind of good, isn't it, Professor?
Parker, that's where the Hornet would want it. Right, and located Spud. Get out with you. Get out of charge. Have a chopper, Andy.
The boss ain't taking no chances, are you?
Close in, I want that guy moved right down.
I'm the guy for the job.
The boys don't stop at getting rid of the Green Hornet. We'll collect that reward to send us off in form. That won't be bad either. I hope that they'll profit themselves. So the trap could have been. No, but not worry.
Yeah, that Green Hornet ain't super human. This chopper starts talking and give wind just like it would anybody else.
Stay on seven, get no terror. He's not here. We'll get inside the pair waiting for him. Your license, Police Authority. Sure we got the right address?
Keep the door locked.
It is. Let's get a key to open any other's key. Get it? Yeah. life. I need to look around. All right, stupid. Yes, I gave you one to see. Stop it! Quick, the gun!
All right, you Sparky.
Sparky, got that gun. Let it loose.
There you go. Let's go. I got this one. Turn back there and drop your gun.
Wait a minute.
Just act the eye.
Yes, Cops. Cops is right.
And you fellas come here for your mail.
Now, listen, boys. You got us all wrong.
Get that light on this one, Todd. He's the one that called Fletcher.
Oh, wait a minute.
Service response,
That's it.
He's the one that wanted us. Here comes the other lad. We got him. Did you nail the driver of that car? Good. This is Fletcher. He's wanted. Well. Oh, you've changed, Fletcher.
Now, wait, listen to me, boys. We come here not to catch Green Hornet.
Tell that to the judge. Tell it to the Marines. Tell it to the people that sent this gold. Here, Flanagan, you and Cohen take these envelopes. Pick up all the people that's got their name inside and bring them to headquarters, right?
Now, wait, listen to me. This is a favor.
You got them. Shut up or I'll give you one on the noggin. Now, come along. You got to get to headquarters and get ready for company. He began from first time.
Me, I remember him. He tell us we have to sign up or we be sorry.
That is the guy I'd pay off.
You're the one who come to touch me.
Ashford, we got them cold. We've got bullets from the machine gun, and they match the ones from the Carcosa job. Oh, Johnny. What's more, that bird who got his face changed, that bird's fingerprints match Fletcher. We got them cold, and we put dozen witnesses. The only trouble is, where does the Green Hornet fit into the picture? Hey, Johnny Reed, you know, I was right both ways.
How do you mean, Ashford?
Well, Fletcher was involved in that proof racket, and so was the Green Hornet.
Oh?
Parker and Spud were Fletcher's two sidekicks. Well, I'll take a murder lap.
Sure.
But there's something I can't figure out.
What's that?
From the stories we got, it would seem the Green Hornet was in the racket, too. But it all seemed he was.
Oh? Ashford, tell me this. Is the racket really smashed?
Yes, Reed, it's busted wide open.
Well, that's the big thing. It's all that really counts. Why worry about the Green Hornet?
Worry? Golly, Reed, what's worrying?
Up next on Nightly Old Time Radio Shows, enjoy the adventures of Nick Carter, Master Detective.
All right, Patsy, out you go. This is it.
This is what, Nick?
A studio of magnificent pictures, of which Joseph Stone is the owner and director.
Well, there goes another illusion. I thought movie studios were all bright lights and glamour. This place looks like a stage set for the deserted village.
Well, it's been locked up for the past 10 years or so.
Oh.
Oh, that's funny. The gate's locked.
And that's our cue to turn around and go home again. You've got a nice, tasty jewel robbery waiting for you to solve back in town, and you should be working on that. Instead of being way out here at the end of nowhere playing around a forgotten movie studio.
I guess I'll have to pick the lock.
Okay, if you must. Patient Patsy'll bear with your little games.
This is no game, Patsy.
Why, what do you mean?
The house of Lulu Dore, the star of Stone's new picture, was broken into last night while she was at a dance. She was wearing her jewels, including the famous emeralds. Fortunately, though, nothing was stolen. There. There we are. All right, Patsy, go ahead.
Seems funny there isn't a gatekeeper around.
It does, doesn't it? Well, I guess they haven't got a full staff for the studio, considering they moved back from Hollywood just to do this one show.
Why did they do that, Nick?
Oh, Dore had a run-of-the-pay contract for the show she's doing on Broadway and couldn't go west.
Hey there, where do you think you're going?
Oh, so there is a gateman. I'm looking for Mr. Stone's office.
Well, you can't see him.
I'm afraid you don't understand. I'm Nicholas Carter. Mr. Stone's expecting me.
I'm taking my orders from Lieutenant Riley of the Metropolitan Police. He says to admit no one.
Riley? What's he doing here?
Investigating the murder.
Murder? I thought you said robbery, Nick.
What murder?
Come on, get out of here. I got my orders.
Come on, Patsy. Let's find Riley or Joe Stone.
Hey! You can't do that. Come back here.
It's all right. I'll explain to the police. Hurry, Patsy. Hurry.
What is this, Nick?
That's what I plan to find out right now. Then I take it this fellow Boyd who's been killed is a fairly unimportant chap, eh, Mr. Stone?
Well, yes. He was just a darn good electrician.
Huh. Doesn't seem to be any connection between his murder and the attempted robbery of Miss Doré.
Well, no, there doesn't.
Is Lieutenant Riley here now?
Yes, he's over on stage 5. It's that building over there. Do you want me to come with you?
Yes, I wish you would, Mr. Stone. There may be points I'd like to ask you about.
Well, I'd be glad to help, of course, if I can help.
There's one thing I don't understand, Mr. Stone. You say Boyd was shot in the back with a poisoned arrow from a blowgun. It's an odd weapon. Should be fairly easy to trace.
You don't have to trace it very far, Mr. Carter. The blowgun and the arrow were mine.
Yours?
Yes,
Well,
you see, 11 years ago, I tried to do a picture about a voodoo witch doctor who used the blowgun in it. I don't suppose you remember the picture, Mr. Carter. It was called The Voodoo Curse.
Oh, yes, I do. You had a bit of trouble over it, I believe.
A bit of trouble. It practically drove me into bankruptcy. I'd imported a real voodoo witch doctor from Haiti, and he put a curse on the whole studio.
Oh, come now, Stone. You don't really believe that.
I don't know what I believe anymore. 11 years ago, we had fires, we had explosions, we had mysterious thefts, we had just about everything. It got so that everybody was scared to work here. I had to close the studio, and now we have a murder.
Why should the witch doctor put a hex on you?
Oh, I had an argument with him, for a salary of some sort. He swore he'd break me, and he almost did. Now, here, this is stage 5 here.
Well, Nicholas Carter.
Hi, Riley.
And Patsy.
Hello.
Well, what might you be doing here?
He's come to help you, Lieutenant.
Well, that's very obliging of him, I'm sure. Say, was that a crack?
Why, of course not.
Well, let's get to work. Riley, where was the body found?
Right over there by that door, Nick, where the chalk marks are.
I wonder what he was doing way over here.
He was setting up the stage, as I told you.
But all his equipment's over there, clear across the set. Riley, how was he facing when he died?
He was lying on his face with his head towards that door, Nick.
Shot in the back, wasn't he?
Yep. We figured from the angle of the arrow that the blowgun fella must have been sitting up there on that catwalk when he killed him.
Mr. Stone, what's behind that door that Boyd was heading for?
Well, special electrical equipment, I believe, for special effects.
Would Boyd have known that?
Well, yes, of course. He worked on this stage years ago. He probably would have remembered.
That's it, then. He was going into that room to see if he could find some special equipment he needed. That accounts for his being way over here.
And you think there was something in there the killer didn't want him to see, Nick?
Right, Riley. Let's go in.
The door's locked, Nick.
Oh, Stone, give me your keys, will you?
Keys? I have no keys for these rooms.
Well, did Boyd have any?
Well, I believe he had borrowed the caretaker's set.
Riley, did you search the corpse?
Of course I did, Nick.
No keys?
No keys.
I can get a locksmith out from the village.
What? You have no duplicates?
Well, the place has been locked up so long. I never expected to come back here. Was trying to sell it, as a matter of fact.
Pick the lock, Nick. This seems to be your day for doing that.
Just what I'm going to do, Patsy.
I'll get you more light.
Oh, he doesn't need light. He can see in the dark, practically.
No, you don't have to see to pick a lock. There. There. And there. That's it.
Now we'll get a look at what your killer didn't want Boyd to see. Here's the light switch.
Oh, wait. Don't crowd in like that. Uh-huh. Look.
Footprints.
Footprints in the dust. Golly, Nick, there goes your theory. Boyd was here before he was killed and took out whatever it was he wanted. Well, it was a cute theory while it lasted.
Maybe it's still a cute theory, as you call it.
All we have to do now, Nick, is to measure the prints and see if they're Boyd's or not.
They're not.
How do you know?
Yeah, you haven't even seen the body.
These prints were made by leather-soled shoes. Right, Riley?
Well, yeah, you're right, but...
And Boyd was wearing rubber soles.
How do you know he was, Nick?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Stone. Don't all technicians on a sound stage wear rubber-soled shoes to kill any noise that the sound tracks might pick up?
Well, you're right, Carter, they do.
Now, those leather-soled prints mean that it wasn't Boyd, but our friend the murderer who used the keys he took from Boyd to get in here.
They lead to that crate. Let's see what's in it.
Now, don't walk on the footprints. We need them as evidence. I'll wager you'll find the crate empty. The murderer didn't just walk over to it, look in, and walk out again. Oh, no. He took away everything he didn't want Boyd or anyone else to find.
You're right, Nick. The crate is empty.
Shall we search the room, Nick?
Well, what's the point in that? If there was anything here, it's gone by now. Murderer's seen to that. I wonder what was in this crate. I wonder if...
Help! Help! No!
Oh, Nick, the poor kid.
What is it, Carter?
Another murder.
Another... Good Lord.
Can you identify him, Stone?
Why, it's Bill Daly, our camera punk.
Camera punk? What's that?
Oh, it's studio slang for assistant to the cameraman.
You people all run too fast for me. Hey, what's up here?
See for yourself, Riley.
Well, good gosh, another murder. And it looks from his position as if he was just coming out of that door over there.
Oh, that's funny. Both he and Boyd...
Any idea what he was doing around here, Stone?
Yes, I sent him over here myself about an hour ago to look in that warehouse, see if there was any of that old photographic equipment we could remodel and use. Priorities, you know. Daly was very clever at that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's a mean-looking knife he's got sticking in his throat, Nick.
Knife? Good Lord.
Well, what is it, Mr. Stone?
That knife. It's from that same voodoo picture.
There seem to be a few too many of those old props hanging around. Are there any more?
Yes, there's a complete stock of weapons. Everything we used in that confounded picture.
The voodoo curse?
Yes.
I rather think I'd like to see that film, Stone. Is there a copy of it around here at a place?
Well, as much as we ever shot of it, it was never finished, you know.
Could you run it off for me?
Well, certainly I will. I'll go arrange it now.
Thanks.
Well, Nick, what do you think?
I'm not sure. Any opinions yourself?
Yes. My money's on Stone's doing it.
Stone? Why in the world would he do it?
Well, I don't know. I haven't figured out the reason for it yet. But he acts kind of funny. Nervous, sort of. And he keeps talking about the place maybe being haunted.
Oh, good heavens, Riley. Who wouldn't be nervous with all this murder going around? I know I am.
Well, take the weapons, Nick. They all belong to him.
But other people could have access to them, Riley. After all, Stone hasn't been here for over 10 years. And there's something more important you've overlooked, Riley.
What's that, Nick?
How did Stone manage to throw that knife at Daly while he was with us?
How do I know? We were all so busy looking at that storeroom on the set, he could have sneaked off. By golly, I'll bet that's how he did do it.
Oh, that's Stone beckoning to us. You want to go to see the movies, Riley?
I got better things to do, Nick. I'm going to search this joint.
How about you, Patsy?
Sure thing. But why do you want to see it?
I'm not sure, Patsy. But I've got sort of a hunch that the answer to all our questions lie hidden in that old picture.
Did all movie projectors make this racket 10 years ago?
Most of them, Patsy. Now listen.
You don't believe in our voodoo magic, eh? Well, if you've been here long enough to see some of the things I've seen.
Really, Ross, there's something uncanny about these natives. Call it coincidence if you like.
Who's the woman? Gosh, she's good looking.
That's Lula Dore, the star of the picture Stone's shooting here now.
Well, their voices sound funny and tinny.
Yeah, they certainly do.
It's easy enough to scoff when you've just come down from the States. But it is magic. There's no other way to explain some of the things that happen.
Magic? Mumbo jumbo, you mean? You'll never convince me it's anything else. I suppose this is another of those wild dances.
Now, there's a really good voice. Who is he, Nick?
Now, don't tell me you don't remember him, Patsy. His name was Bart Tyson, great leading man 10 years back.
Oh, I remember his name, of course.
This is rather better than most of the dances I've seen.
Patsy, I've heard that voice very recently.
The picture must be almost over now, Nick. Have you discovered anything?
I'm not sure yet.
Gosh, they had some pretty fancy photography in those days. I thought all that underwater swimming stuff was comparatively new.
Oh, no. Stone was the first person to use it.
Well, how did they do it? Look at that man swimming. It couldn't be faked.
It isn't. It was taken through some sort of a glass tank.
That native has been underwater for 20 minutes. No human can hold his breath that long.
That's what I've been telling you, Ross. They're magic, these natives. Magic.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
That voice. I've heard it somewhere before myself. I never heard Tyson act before. Hey, don't we see the ending?
Nope. That's all they made, Patsy. The picture wasn't finished.
Well, did you find out what you wanted to?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, Mr. Carter, did you like the picture?
Oh, very interesting, Stone.
Oh, that Lula Dore certainly is beautiful, isn't she, Mr. Stone? I've never seen her in pictures before. Has she done anything else?
No, nothing. Until now that she's starring in my new show on Broadway.
That's funny. Think with her looks and her voice, she'd be a sensation.
That's what I've always claimed, but, well, she got scared off after all these things happened during the filming of this one, and, well, she's stuck to Broadway ever since. And when Tyson, her leading man, was hurt, she rather felt...
I was wondering what happened to Tyson. From what I could gather from this show, he should have been a natural for talkies.
Oh, he was. But we had a bad explosion, and his whole face was terribly scarred. That's why we could never finish this picture. He never could act in pictures again.
Oh, what a shame.
Well, Stone, thanks for showing us the film. Mind if we scout around after Riley?
Oh, no, not at all. If you need me, I'll be on stage 3. We're going to start shooting soon.
Good.
It's funny about Dore. She seems to be cropping up in our lives all over the place.
Yes, she does, doesn't she? Patsy, will you find a telephone and get hold of Scubby?
Mm-hmm.
Find out what you can about Bart Tyson and what's happened to him since the accident.
Okay, Nick. Where'll you be?
If I don't see you before, I'll meet you at Stone's office at noon.
Right.
Oh, Nick! Nick Carter!
Oh, Riley. Just looking for you. You found anything yet?
Yeah, we found all the weapons from that voodoo movie. All except the ones we'd already found, that is.
How'd you know you found them all?
Stone had an inventory. We checked on it.
Well, if your theory about Stone's correct, Riley, he could have falsified that inventory.
Well, why should he?
Well, perhaps he had a couple of weapons hidden somewhere and doesn't want us to know anything about them.
Nick, the more I think about it, the less I like that guy.
Find anything else?
No, not a blessed thing.
Searched the whole lot, have you?
All but stage 9 over there. That's locked up tighter than a drum. And I can't pick locks the way the great Carter does.
Okay, I'll take care of those. Riley, why don't you go on down to stage 3? They're going to start shooting the picture pretty soon, and I'd feel a lot more comfortable if someone were on guard there. We've had enough murders for one day.
I suppose you think this is a gag, having us get all dressed up like merry villagers or something.
It's not a gag, Patsy. It's insurance.
What do you mean?
Just what I said. When we're dressed up in our regular clothes, everybody in the lot knows who we are. But anyone seeing us dressed up like this will think we're actors and never look at us twice.
I never thought I'd live to see the day when people wouldn't stare at Nick Carter, master detective, all dressed up in knee pants.
Quiet. Did you check with Scubby?
Yep. But just as Stone said, Tyson was hurt in that explosion and then just sort of vanished. Hasn't been heard of since.
That takes care of that. Well, here's stage 9. The only place that hasn't been searched either by Riley or me.
What do you expect to find?
I don't know.
It's funny, this door isn't locked. Everything else on the lot has been.
Yes. Riley distinctly said it was locked when he tried it. Well, keep your eyes open. There may be a reason for it being open now.
Golly, it's dark inside here.
Here, take this flashlight.
Okay.
I've got another.
Hey, Nick, look. There's an old makeup table. I wonder what kind of makeup they used in those days.
Patsy, we haven't time to stop for you
Nick.
to look at make.
Look here. Why, this makeup isn't old at all.
What's that?
No, this is the very latest type of movie makeup, and it's all new stuff.
Well, good for you, Patsy. Yes, there's something funny about this.
Definitely, Nick. Well, this panchromatic makeup wasn't developed until Technicolor came in. They didn't use this type of makeup back in the days when this studio was in use. Somebody must have been here since. And none of the actors are making up way over here.
Right, Patsy. I'll make a detective out of you yet. Now let's see if we can find anything else.
Oh, I'm getting the creeps, Nick. I don't like it here.
Patsy, I think we're getting warm. This is one of the first real clues we... Hey. Recognize that?
Wait. Well, that must be the glass tank they used to take that swimming sequence in the voodoo movie.
Right you are. I wonder why they left it half full of water this way.
When they finished taking that scene, they probably just walked off and left it here.
Maybe.
Don't forget they closed this place in a hurry. What are you doing?
Patsy, this water is fresh.
What?
It'd be stale if it'd been here 10 years. Stale and smelly.
Say, I'm beginning to think maybe Stone's right and there is a hex on this place.
Too bad that voodoo picture wasn't in Technicolor. Those colored stones at the bottom of the tank would have showed up beautifully.
They are beautiful, aren't they?
Yes, you bet. Hey, Patsy.
What?
Look here. Those aren't just colored stones. They're... Douse your lights, Patsy, quick. We've got callers. Duck back here behind this crate.
Throwing us all in the clink this morning with this snooping.
Why the boss always swipes such important rock? Why didn't he settle for just a small fry?
The
boss
men we're
is big
after.
time, that's why. He's got enough dough to pay all the bills until that stuff cools off. And when it's safe to handle, he'll smuggle it out of the country and sell it for plenty.
What's he leave it lying around here for? hidden in the old equipment.
Now we know why
Who would have
Boyd
ever
was
thought that
killed.
anybody'd ever come back here?
Gosh, when that punk went into that storehouse, I bet he saw the works.
He did. The boss spotted him going in and just had time enough to get that knife and come back and nail him. And the kid was dashing back the stone to spill the beans.
Gee, the boss is sure lucky.
He ain't lucky, he's smart. He had Lippy planted up on that catwalk just in case somebody got an idea to go into that electrician's storeroom. And somebody did.
Dusty
That
in here.
takes brains to know that.
Well, we better get going, huh, Jake?
Yeah, you start draining the tank so we can get the rocks. I'll get the makeup stuff.
Why is he moving everything out now?
He figures it'll have cooled off by now, and with the stuff he's going to lift from that Doré dame this afternoon,
I think I'm going to
he figures
sneeze.
he'll have enough
Hold
to
it, Patsy.
keep him from having to do anything. Oh. Who's that?
Hey, look, over there, Jake. Two guys. Only come here.
Run for it, Patsy.
Come
Run.
Where? Let go of me, you...
Let her go, you lousy rat!
Get away!
Let her go, you hear me? Let her go! Hey, I'll handle it, baby! You want to be stuck your hand with that guy?
Take your hands off me!
I gotta get rough! There you are!
Guess that'll hold him. Gosh, it took three of us to knock him cold. He a fighter or something?
Hey, I know him. It's Nick Carter, the Dick.
Nick Carter. Hey, and a good-looking doll.
Well, it's a good thing you called me in time. Now, what are we going to do with them now that we got them, huh? We can't just leave them lying around. Somebody's bound to notice them.
Hey, the fish tank.
Yeah, that's right. We'll throw them in there. Then when they're good and drowned, we'll drain the tank and get them and the other stuff out at the same time.
Good idea, Lippy.
Okay.
Here, Pete, you lift the lid. You shove the girl in, Lippy.
All right.
Jake and I'll dump that Carter guy in.
It'll be a real pleasure to do something like this to a copper.
Yeah, come on.
Hey,
Ready?
Go ahead. Put Carter in first.
Okay, here he goes. Happy swimming, Carter! Yeah.
Now dump the dame in, Jake.
In you go, lady.
That's okay. Hey, listen, guys. Suppose they get out.
We'll see that they don't get out. Stokey, put the lid down on the tank.
Okay, Jake.
And I'll put this padlock on, and they're safe as if they was in jail.
That's good work. Hey, look, boys, they're coming too.
So what? Who cares now?
Yeah, who cares? Lippy, turn on the water.
Okay. Here she comes, Jake.
Get those two baby spots set up there, will you?
This what you want?
That's better. Now, open number 2 a little more.
Okay.
This is the tape. Ready?
Ready.
Lights. Camera. Right. Action, Miss Dory.
It was when I first opened your letter that I knew at last. As I opened the
No,
envelope...
no, Lula, darling. Mean what you say. Remember, your lover has returned. Now, this is your big moment. Now, relax. Take it easy. Now, come on. Once more. Right, action. Come on.
It was when I first opened your letter that I knew at last. As I opened the envelope, even before I read the words that you'd written there, I realized that what I'd hoped for so long had at last...
Hey, what's the matter with those lights? Why aren't they...
Turn on those lights. I'm in charge here. There'll be no confusion.
Quiet, everybody. Quiet.
The masked man.
Who are you to tell me I'm the director on this picture? This is a holdup.
Look here, you. You can't pull a hold up.
Quiet, I said. Quiet if you don't want a bullet in your teeth.
Quiet.
The man's mad. That's better. Now, nobody will get hurt if you just keep quiet and do as you're told. Turn on that spotlight.
Okay, boss.
That's it. Now, all of you, line up against the wall there. Come on, get moving. I don't want to shoot, but I will if you make me. And shut up.
You can't tell me to shut
That
up.
order
now,
includes
know.
you too, Riley. Now, don't forget that although you can't see me with this spotlight shining in your eyes, I can see you very clearly. Now, each one of you in turn will step forward and put your valuables on that table in center stage. And don't try to hold out on me or it'll be bad for you.
All right. We'll start with the star performer, Miss Lulu Doré. Please, Miss Doré, if you think I can't see you trying to hide behind the drapes over there, you're wrong. You're in this, too. Your jewels, please.
No. No, not my emeralds. Surely you won't...
Surely I will. It's those emeralds I'm particularly interested in. You don't think I care for the little wristwatches and pocketbooks I'm going to get from the rest of these people, do you?
But you can't mean to take my
One
emeralds.
more word out of you and I'll come after them myself. And if I do it...
Stand where you are, Tyson. I've got you covered.
Nick Carter!
Nick, praise be. Is that you?
Come and get me, Carter.
Watch him, Riley, if you can.
Find me.
Turn the lights on, Patsy.
Right, Nick. Here they are.
There he goes, Nick. God, I missed him, darn it. Did you see where he went, Nick?
There he goes, Mr. Carter, climbing up the catwalk. Tyson, come down from there or I'll shoot.
You haven't got a gun, Nick Carter. Yours is too wet to shoot after your little swim. But I've got my gun. Here.
You missed me, Tyson, but I won't miss you. You may not know it, but my guns are absolutely waterproof.
Oh!
Nice work, Carter. You shot the gun right out of his hand. And now your gun's gone, Tyson. Come on down.
Yeah? Come up here and get me. You haven't caught me yet. So long.
Oh, look at him run. He should make a misstep or lose his balance up there. He'd fall off and get hurt.
Tyson! Tyson, stop! Stop! Look out, you don't slip there!
Nick, he's lost his balance.
Watch out, Tyson!
You say you want us to drop you at headquarters, Riley?
If you will, Nick.
Okay. Your men got the rest of Tyson's gang all right?
They did. They're coming right behind us.
Was Tyson badly hurt from his fall?
No, not much. Just a broken ankle. He'll be all right. All right, that is, until he gets to the electric chair.
Oh, Nick, when I think of how close we came to drowning, I'm scared all over again.
Hey, how did you say you got out of that tank, Nick?
Believe it or not, Lieutenant, he cut a piece of that heavy glass with a diamond in his ring.
What do you know? But look, if it was as easy as all that, well, what took you so long doing it, Nick?
I had to wait until the thugs got out of the room. Then I just cut a nice little circle out of the glass right beside where the padlock was, reached out, and picked the lock. All very simple.
Simple for you, maybe, not for me. And you say you found the jewels Tyson had stolen in the bottom of the tank, eh?
Yes, Riley. What Patsy and I had thought were pretty colored stones turned out to be all the jewels Tyson had stolen during the last 10 years, all unmounted and dumped in with the pebbles in the tank.
But what made you first suspect Tyson, Nick?
Well, Patsy, it was his voice first. Remember I told you after we saw him in the movie that I knew I had heard his voice somewhere very recently?
Oh, so that's why that voice sounded so familiar.
Can you imagine that? A movie star turned crook.
Then there was the fact that Tyson had faded so completely out of sight after his accident. That looked fishy to me. No great star would have let his career be ruined without bringing a suit of some kind, unless he had some plans of his own.
And from what I learned from Scubby, we realized he never had brought suit.
Yes, and a suit like that would have made all the tabloids.
But how did you know Tyson and the watchman were the same?
I didn't, Patsy, until you found that makeup kit. That panchromatic makeup is often used to cover scars. And then I remembered the scarred gateman. It fitted. So did his voice, and the fact that he had the only remaining set of keys to the lot. And, of course, he had all the opportunity in the world.
But I bet you didn't realize that the murders were tied up with the robberies. Not until we heard those crooks talking, I mean.
Well, the makeup kit told me that, too. Remember, Patsy, how you always claimed that all those robberies were done by individuals, not a gang?
Yes, but I still don't see
Well, Tyson was a consummate actor, and he had complete knowledge of makeup. He disguised himself as a different character, I imagine, for each robbery. Evidently, he played his role expertly, since he succeeded in giving the impression that different people were committing the various thefts.
But say, if that makeup was so good, why couldn't he have gone back to the movies instead of turning thief?
Well, Riley, it was good enough for dim lights, but not for the sharp eyes of the camera.
Oh, I see.
Poor fellow. What an end for a great star.
Yes. The explosion probably injured his mind, too.
One more thing, Nick. How did he get to be caretaker?
Oh, I asked Stone that. He said he felt sorry for the man and had given him the job out of kindness.
Oh?
Well, that's all over now.
Except that from now on, I'm allergic to water anywhere, except in drinking glasses.
this was another strange experience of Nick Carter, master detective, called The Glass Coffin, or Nick Carter and the Mystery of the Voodoo Curse. Another of the curious adventures of Nick Carter, which are brought to you regularly at the same time by WOR Mutual. And now, Nick, will you tell us something about your story for next week?
Well, next week we leave this part of the country and are going out west to the mining districts of Montana.
Did you go too, Patsy?
Yes, I went along, but Nick and Scubby did most of the work and had most of the excitement. I just stayed in the hotel and waited.
Yes, that was the first case that Scubby and I really worked out together.
And before they were through with it, Scubby very nearly went crazy, literally. And Nick just missed being buried alive.
You see, it started out to be a case of robbery, but it ended up with at least 2 murders and more excitement than I've had in a long time.
Well, I hope it's as good as it sounds.
It's better. But more of that next week. So long.
So long, folks. We'll be seeing you.
And so long to you, Nick and Patsy. In the strange adventure you've just heard, Nick Carter was impersonated by Lon Clark, Patsy by Helen Choate. The story was written for Nick Carter by Nancy and Gene Webb. Original music was played by Lew White. The entire production was under the direction of Jock McGregor. Next week at this same time, another curious experience of Nick Carter entitled
The Flying Duck Murders, or Nick Carter and the Mysterious Gold Thieves.
This story is a copyrighted feature of Street and Smith Publications, Incorporated.
My name is Humphrey Davis. I've been playing the part of Lieutenant Riley in tonight's show. Just now, though, I'm speaking as myself. Actors, you know, appear at many war bond rallies. We like to know that what we can do may help in selling more bonds. But after all, selling more war bonds is everyone's business. You can talk to your friends about the Third War Loan Campaign just as any speaker might. You know the reasons why we must buy extra bonds. You know how purchases of extra war bonds back the attack. You know that they're a great investment. And you know that giving up something you were planning to buy for yourself and buying war bonds instead isn't really any sacrifice. And as you think of these things, how about doing more in this Third War Loan yourself? Because you can't do too much for the men who are fighting for us every minute somewhere in the world.
The Return of Nick Carter is produced in the studios of WOR and is broadcast over most of these stations every Monday evening at 9:30 Eastern Wartime. This is Mutual.
One of old-time radio's longest-running and most popular programs, CBS Mystery Theater, is up next.
And now, Mystery Theater, brought to you in part by True Value Hardware, your store of first choice.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Welcome to the sound of suspense, to the theater of the mind, where on the unlimited stage of your imagination, we'll play out a drama of terror. Terror for 3 people who might be called babes in the wood. It's a frightening thing to lose your way, and even more terrifying if you're lost in an unfamiliar forest with nothing to give you a sense of direction. And that's where we find 2 escaped convicts, Hank Farley and Will Chase, fugitives from an army stockade, together with Hank's wife, Dolly, who tried to help them escape. But being lost is only a part of their problem.
Well, whatever it was, it's gone.
But it's still out there, somewhere. What are we going to do?
I think we ought to stay here. Till we starve? We've got to keep moving.
But Hank's leg.
Okay, look, I figure it's about early afternoon. Let's wait till the heat of the day passes. Give Hank's leg a rest and then go on when it's cooler.
But if we can't find our way out before dark...
Then we spend another night in these woods.
With that? That thing out there?
That and God knows what else.
Our mystery drama, Escape, Escape, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Bob Juran and stars Terry Keane and Robert Dryden.
It's the KSL, Salt Lake City.
Welcome to a rainy August night in Louisiana. The lights of an army camp shine dimly through the sheet of water that falls from the coal black sky. Little rivers run in gullies across the deserted, muddy compound of the stockade. All is quiet except for the rain. And then...
Get down! Get down! They'll see us. We'll never make the fence. Shut up and do what I tell you. Let's go back. That'll really be the end of us. We killed one guard already. No, we're going to go down trying. This rain's on our side. The searchlights don't shine as far. But we've got to get across that whole compound. The next time the lights sweep past, we follow. Just behind. Now, get ready. We won't be able to find the hole in the fence in this rain. We'll worry about that when we get to the fence. Now, hold on. Here comes the light now. Stay just behind it. Ready? Go! Crawl! Crawl! I can't go any faster. We gotta beat that next swing of the light. How much farther? Can't tell in this rain. The light's coming this way again. Faster! Here's the fence. Hank, the light! I got more shots left. Now, keep your fingers crossed. Ha-ha! Bullseye! I hit the light. Come on. Feel along this fence. Yeah. Charlie said the hole would be right next to the fourth post. Yeah. Damn rain. It's helped that it hasn't. Here's the hole. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right. You go first. Hurry. I made it. Watch your right side. There's a barb. Yeah. Oh! Oh, my hip. I told you to watch it. Yeah, that hurts. Can you walk? Yeah, of course I can walk. It's not that bad. All right, come on. Oh, I sure hope Dolly's there with the car. She'll be there. She better be. Yeah. Oh, we don't know the woods or the roads around here. Hank, are you sure you know which way to go? No, I'm not sure. What am I, a miracle man? I'm as scared as you are, but we gotta keep going. Charlie said head straight away from the fence for 1.5 miles to the road. The trees block a lot of the rain. Yeah. We'll get there. There's a clearing. It must be the road. Yeah. Oh, that looks like a car, Hank. Huh? It's too dark to be sure. Keep moving. It is a car, Hank. It's Dolly. She found the spot okay. Yeah. It's the convertible. I told you Dolly wouldn't let us down.
Hank, you made it.
Oh, bless you, Dolly, for being here. Okay, well, get in the back.
Thank God you made it, Hank. Oh, I have missed you so.
Time for that later, doll. All right, come on, get going.
Oh, hey, man, you sure are a mess.
Yeah, we had to crawl through the mud. Yeah. Hey, where are we heading?
Well, first to Masonville. We pick up the interstate there. I had a heck of a time finding my way in here. The rain didn't help either.
It helped us back to the stockade.
What's the matter?
Oh, I ripped myself crawling through the fence.
Is it bad?
I don't know. I don't think so. I haven't had a chance to look at it.
Well, maybe we should stop in Masonville. Huh?
Are you crazy? Oh, you'll be all right. We don't dare stop. He's right. We'll keep going.
Oh,
what's the matter?
I just went past the road I'm supposed to take.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. I turned right at the white sign coming in, so I'm supposed to turn left going out.
Well, they can't argue with you.
1 mile on this road. And then right at the cemetery.
Now what?
I know this was the road, but we should have come to the cemetery a long time ago.
We probably missed it in the rain. Maybe we should go back.
Yeah, we'll have to. That cemetery's my only guidepost. We're on dirt now. The roads coming in here are all paved.
Oh, maybe we ought to stop and wait till daylight. Hey, there's a light up ahead. Let's ask. What are you, a dummy? What do you think we are, tourists? They've had an alert out for us for an hour.
Well, look, maybe I should ask. You two stay in the car.
No. Wait a minute. It might not be so bad. It's isolated out here. Maybe they haven't heard about us. And even if they have, it doesn't make any difference.
What are you talking about?
We're going to spend the night in that house.
What?
No use wandering around getting lost in the rain. We're all going in and help ourselves to their hospitality.
What do you want?
Our car broke down. Can we use your phone?
Oh, what happened to you?
Haven't you ever seen mud before?
Well, come on in.
This is very kind of you, and this is...
Call me Granny Good. That's how I'm called.
We're on our way to Masonville, Granny. Can we call a service station?
Oh, well, there's the phone. I don't know if Amos had come out this late.
Oh, we don't mind waiting. I'll just...
My phone! What did you do that for?
You just got some unexpected overnight company, and we don't want to be disturbed.
Oh, you've got some nerve.
Shut up. You got a radio?
Of course I got a radio. Oh, now I know what you want.
Shut up.
You're the prisoners that escaped from the army camp.
Oh, it didn't take them long to announce it.
They said you killed a guard.
Hank, you didn't.
We had to.
Oh, murderers. Get out of my house. Get out.
You just shut up, old lady.
You murderers, you'll not stay in my house.
Hank, an old woman.
You'll be sorry for that. Murderer.
Shut up, I said. Get us some food.
You'll be sorry.
Hank, why are you acting like this?
Leave me alone.
He's on edge, Dolly. We all are. The past couple of hours haven't been any picnic, you know.
What is it?
Your hip again?
Yeah,
Well, here. Here, sit down.
Okay.
Look, could we have some warm water and bandages? My husband's been hurt.
You expect me to nurse him?
No, I just asked...
Not for a murderer. Let him suffer.
Get the bandages.
Hank.
Oh, all right, I'll get you some water. But don't think you scared me into it.
Come on, Hank. Now, relax.
Okay.
Coming here was your idea, Hank.
We got no other choice. We'll stay till daylight and then get moving.
Yeah, water and a bandage, and don't ask for anything more.
How about some food?
I don't have any food.
Yeah? What's in that pot on the fire?
Snakes and snails and puppy dog tails. You want some, sonny boy?
Don't get funny with me.
Hey, look, old lady, we're going to stay here till morning, so just get used to the idea, huh? Well, look around.
Yeah.
See if there's anything we can use and find some food no matter what she says.
Hank, sit still. I'll fix your leg.
Now, just a minute.
Granny.
The gun again. Why? Why do you want to frighten me? Barge in and treat me like this? I know you're escaped murderers. Why don't you just go and leave me alone?
Hey, well, did you find anything?
Nothing much. There's a storeroom back here full of empty bottles, every size and shape.
Oh, so Granny likes to put up her own, huh? Where are the full bottles, Granny?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Where's your booze? I could use a drink right now.
There's no liquor here.
Find it, Will.
Right.
No, don't open that cabinet.
Open it, Will.
No, please. It's locked.
Open it.
Oh, please, don't. Get away from there.
Hey, look at that.
Money.
It's mine.
Stacks and stacks of money. Just laying there. Ah, that is something we can use.
No. Don't you dare touch that.
There's no hurry. We'll pack it up when we're ready to leave. All right, come on, Will. Wash up, and Dolly will find us something to drink. And eat.
You want some more salad?
Oh, no.
No, thanks, me neither.
Hey, wasn't a bad meal.
Yeah, better than that garbage at the Army prison, eh, Hank?
I knew that old hag would soften up. Look at her, snoozing over there by the fire with her cauldrons and her cats. All she needs is a black-pointed hat.
Yeah. I could use some sleep myself.
They'll take turns. There's nothing that old hag can do, but we better not take chances. She might run for help.
Yeah, still pouring rain, though.
I wouldn't stop her. She knows her way around here.
Well, look, I'll stay up. I'm too nervous to sleep anyway. I don't like the way that one cat keeps staring at us.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's bugging me, too.
What are you two trying to do? Spook us all?
I'll just be glad when we're out of here. Hank, why don't we leave now? Granny will tell us how to get to the main road into Masonville just to get rid of us.
No way. She could get us really lost or direct us right back to the Army base. Now, we'll wait for daylight.
She's waking up.
So what? I'm going to sleep.
You're all still here.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be gone by now. I told Rimba to send you away.
Who's Rimba?
My best friend. Aren't you, Rimba?
Yeah. Well, maybe he didn't get the message.
It's that cat that's been staring at us.
Send them away, Rimba. You have the power. Send them away.
Hank, I'm frightened.
Keep that cat away from us.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rimba. We've been hospitable long enough. Send them away.
If that cat comes any closer,
Hey! Rimba! You've killed Rimba!
That cat was mad. It was attacking.
You killed Rimba. Now you'll pay. Murderers! You hit me, you steal my money, eat my food. You killed my cat. Oh, you'll pay with your lives. You have no more chances left.
Hank, I'm scared to death.
She's going crazy. She's throwing things on the fire.
Oh, what can she do? That cat was gonna...
Fire first, and then the ash. Golden powder from the sash. Powder mixed with basil green. Mandrake root and things unseen. Now a grain into the fire to test fulfillment of desire.
Oh, it blew up.
What's going on, Hank?
I don't know. She's putting on some show.
Look, I don't like it. We've got to get out of here.
Killers of my faithful friend, on thee the hate of hell descend. Now, once again into the fire, complete fulfillment of desire.
No! I can't breathe.
Get out of here. The whole room's filling with smoke.
How can we get out of here?
I can't see anything.
Hey, Dolly! Where are you?
I'm suffocating.
I'm over
Dolly!
here.
Hey.
Where? Where are you? Dolly!
Well, that's one way of getting rid of unexpected and unwanted company. Smoke them out. And Granny is certainly within her rights when nothing but brutal treatment rewarded her hospitality. We'll see how our notorious trio makes out when I return shortly with Act Two.
The Evening Team on 1160 KSL, Information Radio.
We return now to the rather bizarre scene at the cottage of old Granny Good. After being terrorized by her very rude and ungrateful guests, she struck back by filling the cottage with smoke from a powder she threw into the fire. And at this moment, her unexpected company is making a hasty retreat.
Oh, Hank! Hank, I'm over here.
I see you. I can just make you out.
We found the door. Hurry up. The smoke's getting worse.
Okay. Let's go.
Oh, I can breathe.
All right, keep running. We'll get to the car.
Hey. The rain stopped.
But it's so dark. I can't see either of you.
Oh, that's the way it is in the woods at night.
The car ought to be right over here. We parked close to the cottage.
Oh, I can't see it.
Look, we can't see the lights in the cottage anymore.
Did we run that far?
No, it didn't seem like it. Let's double back.
Hank, please, do you know which way we're going?
Yeah, back the way we came. We gotta get to the car.
But Hank, we...
What happened?
I walked into a tree. I can't see a darn thing.
You got any matches?
No, have you?
No. Well, come on, we'll feel our way.
Yeah. We could walk around in circles in this dark. Oh, we gotta wait for morning.
That old woman's probably on her way to the police right now.
How? On her broom?
She couldn't get anywhere tonight. Will's right. We'll bed down here and wait till daylight.
Bed down? On this wet ground?
Okay. Let's relax. We can't walk around in circles. We'll have to make out as best we can right here.
Yeah.
It's not cold. Rain stopped. We'll just have to stay here till daylight. Then we'll see the cottage and get out of here.
Hank, you awake?
Yeah.
It's getting light.
Oh, yeah. Better get moving. Dolly. You all right, honey?
Oh, I'm so stiff.
You'll feel better once we get going.
Hank. Dolly. Look.
What?
Where's the cottage?
It's gone.
Well, we couldn't have wandered that far away from it.
Well, we did. We thought we were heading back for it in the dark. Instead, we were walking away from it.
What direction should we go?
Well, if we keep moving, we gotta come to a road sometime. Maybe the dirt road we came in on.
Okay. Hey, look. That looks like a path. Up ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the undergrowth isn't as thick up there.
Well, a path's gotta lead somewhere.
What do? We go right or left, huh?
Left. It seems to go up.
Yeah.
Maybe if we get to higher ground, we'll see the cottage.
Okay, we go left.
Yeah.
Hank, suppose we can't find our way out of here. We don't have any water, any food.
Don't think like that, Dolly. We'll get out of here. We couldn't have come all that far from the cottage last night. We stopped walking after a few minutes. The cottage and that dirt road have to be close.
Yeah.
But we may still be walking away from them. Oh, Hank, please, I gotta rest.
Yeah, okay. We'll stop for a while.
Oh.
My leg's bothering me, too.
I'm dying of thirst.
We all are.
It's so blasted hot, too, and still.
Hank?
Huh?
Do you notice something?
Like what?
There's no sound.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, not a rustle. No birds.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen any animals either, like a squirrel or chipmunk or anything. It's unnatural.
It's the heat.
I just wish we could find some water.
Well, look, you two stay here. Maybe I can scout around.
No. No, we gotta stick together.
Well, sitting here isn't gonna find us any water.
Relax, will you? Dolly's tired.
Well, so am I. But unless we keep going...
We'll go when Dolly's rested.
All right, stop it. I'm okay. Will's right. We ought to keep going. Hey, look. Look at that tree over there.
Huh? Where?
To the left. No branches, just flowers at the top. If I wasn't so miserable, they would be almost beautiful.
It's probably a vine, like the bougainvilleas in California. When I was in L.A. one time... Hey, up ahead. It's a clearing.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we can get our bearings if we get out of this undergrowth.
Hey, come on.
Yeah, maybe there's a pond or a stream or something.
Wow. Look at the size of that rock.
That's bigger than a house.
And white.
It's like a whole hill collapsed into a pile of white boulders.
Look, I'm gonna try and scale this one. Maybe I can get a clue about where we are.
Be careful.
It's not too bad. I can get a footing.
Looks like about 30 feet up.
It's a solid rock. Not a branch or a blade of grass.
See anything?
Not yet. I'm going higher.
Take it easy.
Wow. What a sight.
What is it?
Hundreds of these things. It's like a desert of white boulders. Far as you can see.
Dead end?
There's some funny-looking trees in the distance and... Hey, yeah! It looks like a road.
A road? How far?
It's hard to judge from here, but... maybe 2 miles. We'll have to cross over these rocks.
Are you sure it's a road?
Wait a second. Yeah, I'm sure it is. It's a paved road running straight along the line of trees.
Good. Okay, come on down.
Oh, Hank, we're finally getting out of here.
Yeah, but let's not waste any time. How much farther?
We're almost to the road. You can see the line of trees.
This leg's killing me. I think it's infected.
I've got to have some water.
It's not far now. We're coming out of the rocks now.
Okay, where's the road?
I don't know. It was along here. I saw it.
And nothing. Nothing but more jungle.
We're back in the woods.
I know there was a road.
You thought you saw a road, you damn idiot! That was a mirage! We come all this way for a mirage!
Well, how was I to know?
God, we're lost. We're lost, Jack. We're lost.
Shut up, Dolly!
We're going to die here. I know it. We're never going to budge.
Stop it, will you? Okay. All right, we all got to rest now. The heat's getting to us. And I can't go another step on this leg without some rest.
Oh, well, that's just great. What are we going to have to do, carry you?
You're going to have to carry me if I don't get some water.
Now, look, we've been pushing for hours. Let's try to calm down. All right, we're lost, but... What? Listen.
What is it?
What would someone be doing making a sound like that?
Whoever it is probably won't know about us. We can ask him how to get out of here. He's got to know how he got in.
Sounds like he's clearing brush.
He's coming closer. Ah! What is that?
Oh, my God!
It looks like an ant! A giant ant!
Oh, Hank! It's as big as I.
All right, get back under these rocks. It hasn't seen us.
I'm going to be sick. Oh, Hank.
Down and quiet. Oh, my leg is...
Hey, it can't be an ant.
Well, you saw it.
But I don't believe it. What's it doing now?
Hey, looks like it's eating a plant.
Oh, what are we going to do?
Pray it doesn't try to eat us.
It could.
Stop it. Stop it. I can't stand it.
Will you shut up?
I think it's seen us. Oh, I heard it.
Yeah, it's waving those things on its head.
It's trying to find out where we are.
Don't anybody move a muscle. It'll stop moving.
We're just dreaming this. There can't be ants that big.
I think it spotted us.
I can't look.
It's moving this way. It's moving.
We can't fight it.
We gotta get back under those boulders. They form a natural cave back there.
Yeah, well, I can't make it fast on this leg.
You've got to. Take his arm, Dolly.
Oh.
I can't move.
Okay. I'll make it on my own.
Move. I can't move.
Hey, Will, I'll drag myself.
It's attacking. No, I can't stand this. I can't stand it.
Here, fast. Give me a hand, Hank. I'm not going to make it. Save Dolly.
You make it.
I'll get you in here. Dolly's all right. Hey, if a thing that big stings you, you're dead.
No, it can't reach us in here. Oh, we're okay now.
I can't. It can't be real. That can't be real.
Oh, that was straight out of a nightmare. I got chills all over.
I can't stop shaking.
It was so hideous.
Has it gone?
No.
It might be trying to find another way in.
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh, that's an ugly thing. Oh, it's moving away. Back into the woods.
Oh, thank heaven.
How could an ant get to be that size? I mean, this isn't Mars. It's Louisiana.
What do you... Hey, maybe it's mechanical.
What? What do you mean, mechanical?
Well, some kind of vehicle the Army's been testing. Remote control, maybe. Oh, we've been walking in this heat for hours. No sleep, no food, no water. We could be imagining anything.
It tried to attack us. There was no vehicle.
Well, then how do you explain an ant as big as a lion?
I don't know.
Well, whatever it was, it's gone.
But it's still out there. Somewhere.
What else, indeed? Could there really be an ant as big as a lion? There are such things as mutations, we're told. I'd certainly hate to have one of them show up at one of my picnics. But if that's any indication of what lies ahead in this strange Louisiana wood, it won't be any picnic for Hank, Will, and Dolly when we return shortly with Act 3.
KSL, Salt Lake City.
No escape goes unpursued. And at the moment, while Hank, Will, and Dolly are considering their predicament, their pursuers are hot on the trail. Let's return to Granny Good's cottage as a car bearing the word sheriff on its doors winds its way up the road and then suddenly stops.
Something wrong, Sheriff?
Yeah, that car by Granny Good's cottage. It's got out-of-state plates. Don't see many of them around here. Let's walk the rest of the way. Keep your gun handy.
Harley and Chase were on foot when they left the stockade.
They could have been picked up by somebody.
Hi, Roy.
Hi, Granny. Everything all right here?
No, it ain't. I just got finished burying Rimba, my favorite cat.
Whose car?
That belongs to the fellas I think you're looking for.
They've been here.
They were here. They're gone now.
Without their car?
Oh, Granny, this here's Major Thomas from the Army base where those two fellows escaped from. He's investigating.
How do, Major?
Hello, Mr. Good. You say they were here and then left without their car, is that right?
Last night, a few hours after they came. And good riddance. They're nothing but murderers. They killed my cat, my Rimba. And they hit me, tried to steal my money.
Yeah, well, now, if they didn't take their car, where'd they go?
I don't know. It was pouring rain. They run out into the woods. There's a girl with them.
She drove the getaway car.
Well, she said she was the wife of one of them.
Yep, Hank Farley's wife. Chase wasn't married.
Oh, well, come on in out of the heat. I have lemonade ready.
All right, tell us what happened last night, Granny.
Well, Roy, they bust in here around 10 o'clock.
Oh, they traveled fast. First alarm went out at 9.
They were all covered with mud. But I'd heard it on the radio. I knew who they were. And they pulled the phone out of the wall.
But what made them leave? How'd they run into strange woods they didn't know?
Oh, it beats me. Oh, here's your lemonade, Major.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Roy?
Oh, thank you.
Major, I don't think you're ever going to find them. Those woods out there, one wrong step and you're lost forever.
I don't think we ought to wait any longer.
I'm not moving from here. Not while that thing is out there.
Dolly, it's gone.
Gone where? If we go into the woods again, it'll find us.
Well, we can't stay here forever. We got to keep trying.
Oh, we'll keep out of the woods for a while. Look down there. It's like a sandy path along the edge of the forest.
Yeah.
But let's follow that.
Okay.
No.
Now, Dolly, we've got to.
Hank, I'm afraid.
Once we get going, you'll feel better. It's sitting around here imagining things that's getting to us.
Come on. Come on, I'll help you.
Oh. Guess I don't have any choice. Oh, I am so thirsty.
How's that leg, Hank?
Oh, boy, it hurts like the devil. But I don't have any choice either.
Is anything out there?
No. Not a sound either.
Okay. Let's go. You know, seems to be getting lighter. I think we're coming to something.
What do you mean, coming to something?
Well, another clearing, maybe.
The sand strip's getting wider. Look, it's like a desert.
They have deserts in Louisiana?
Well, what do you call that? There's nothing but more sand up ahead.
Well, it's better than jungle.
Well, what do you think? Shall we go across?
We don't know what's on the other side.
Well, we don't know what's behind us either. I'm going to move up a bit. See if there's anything to give us a bearing. Sand's deeper here. You sink in over your ankles.
Well, be careful.
See anything? Yeah! Hey, what's the matter?
I don't know. It's as though something hit me, but there's nothing here.
Well, you all right?
Well, I will be when I find out what the... Wait, Hank, this is the damnedest thing.
What is it?
It's a force field of some kind.
What do you mean?
Force field?
Look, we're standing here. Now walk straight ahead. Slowly.
Okay.
Ah! It knocks you back.
Stay back, Dolly.
Don't worry.
Now I'm convinced of it. We're wandering around an army testing ground. This is another one of their experiments.
Is there a way A way around it?
Somewhere, probably. Yeah, but where?
You can actually reach out and touch it. It's like feeling your way along an invisible wall.
You know what this means? We're right back in prison again. Our only escape is into the waiting hands of Major Thomas.
We'll have to go back.
Go back to where?
Well, hold up a second. Look off there to the left. Nothing but sky. I think the land drops away at the edge of the woods.
Oh, let's find out. Maybe we can get a bearing, huh?
Oh, Hank, I'm so tired. I can't keep going.
Okay, honey, okay. Sit here for a few minutes. Will and I want to check out that cliff.
Oh.
Hey, we're high, all right. Nothing but space out there.
Don't go so close to the edge.
Look down there, will you? Did you ever see anything like it?
No.
The strangest looking plants I've ever seen. It's not like the woods anymore.
Yeah, tall, spindly things. And flowers. Don't make sense.
Look at this. Look at this thing. Over here.
Ah! What is that?
Will, hang on!
I'm sliding.
What's happened?
I can't stop.
Will's going down the cliff.
What can we do?
There's no way to stop him.
I can't watch it.
Hey, wait a minute. He's grabbed hold of a plant. Hey, Will! Are you all right?
He can't hear you.
He seems okay. He's pulling himself up on the plant.
Hank! Look! Oh, my God! The plant's crushing him. It's closing around him.
It can't be.
Oh, Hank, do something. The plant is swallowing him. We're never going to get out of this place. I know that. We can't get out.
Dolly, please, don't let go.
We're not in Louisiana. We're in hell. When I was a little girl, I used to have bad dreams about hell. My mama would say, Dolly, if you're not a good girl, the devil will get you. And you'll go to that place.
Stop it,
and I'd
Dolly.
go to bed and I would think about hell. And I'd dream about it. Oh, God. And now I'm here.
Oh, honey.
Oh, Mama. Can I have a drink of water, Mom? I promise I won't call again, Mama.
Oh, Lord. Dolly.
It's so dark. And I'm so thirsty. Mama, don't make me get out of bed. Oh, please. Water. I hear water. It's water.
Dolly, don't go out there.
It's water. It's dripping off that big leaf. It's water at last.
Dolly, come back here. Dolly! It's after the water, too. It's the end.
Help me!
I can't move. Dolly!
Well, thank you for the lemonade, Mr. Good, and the information.
I'll have Fred and Tony up here in about 20 minutes.
Oh, whatever you think best.
And I'll get the phone company out to fix your phone before dark. You can't be without that.
Oh, I'd appreciate it, Roy.
All right, we'll be in touch, Granny.
Major, are you married?
Why, yes, I am.
Well, then I'd be most happy if you'd take this to your wife. A little token of my appreciation.
Why, it's very beautiful.
Well, it's a terrarium. I see you've been admiring it.
Granny's terrarium's famous around these parts, Major. Everybody buys them. My wife's got one with a plant that eats meat.
That's the Venus flytrap. There's one in this glass, too.
Well, thank you very much. My wife will really enjoy it.
My pleasure. Oh, something wrong, Major?
I thought I saw something moving in there.
Oh, well, it might be an ant. Sometimes they're in the earth when I plant them. It does no harm.
Well, thank you again, Miss Good, and don't worry. We'll get those men.
Well, you never know. You might be closer than you think.
Well, after all, this is the age of miniaturization, and even witches have to keep up with the times. It appears that Granny Good reduced her problem to the smallest common denominator and arrived at a satisfactory solution. It also strikes me as a convenient way to lose weight or avoid a bill collector, unless, of course, one goes too far and finds himself reduced to nothing. I'll be back shortly. Hank, Will, and Dolly might well have heeded a popular saying before tampering with Granny Good. Never underestimate the power of a woman, particularly one with lots of cats and a cauldron bubbling over the fire. We'll be stirring up some more suspense and terror for you on our next Mystery Theater tale. So do join us again. Our cast included Terry Keane, Robert Dryden, Bob Caliban, and Bryna Rayburn. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.